High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited.
AM, time for the opening drive.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico.
For 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Rogers! Rogers! Still one of my favorite commercials. The discount double check with the lady. Rogers! It's more Rogers talk. Aaron Rodgers, if you know how the PGA golf has that bonus for the most social media hits, whatever that program's called, Aaron Rodgers wasn't going away because he's back at the top of your news again today. Good morning to you. It is our, ready or not, final show of the year. Our final show of the year. The opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Both of you clad in different era New Mexico Bowl, Gildan New Mexico Bowl, current New Mexico Bowl zip-ups. So A. Marie came by the office, and we ran out of those, but she pulled 2 of them out of there now. She's got one, Kyle's got one.
Monica was like,
No,
please take one, please take one.
I don't know where they all went. Like, we had 250
There was so many.
Well, they're for all the workers, right? So the ticket office and the people who paint the field and the ushers and we're down to like odd sizes. Like usually those are the ones I've got a bunch of extras. JJ's wearing one from, what year is that one? It's got to be, 5-6 years ago already, right? Yeah, and A-Marie's got the new one on. What's up?
I love this logo.
Yeah, the secondary mark, the football. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A-Marie, how are you today? You guys living?
Great.
Happy New Year's?
Happy New Year's.
Is it New Year's or New Year? Happy New Year.
New Year.
Yeah.
Right?
But in New Mexico, everything's got
Years.
But in New Mexico, everything's got an S on it. You know, it's not Holly Holm, it's Holly Holmes. It's not United, it's United. It's everything's got an S on it. Right? You good?
Yeah.
Get a little footy yesterday? I didn't do well yesterday. I didn't see Mike Loxley's team winning 54-10. I'm not going to lie to you.
So, Bob Stoops, you want to that coaching thing again?
He did it pretty well last night. They jumped out early, did Oklahoma in the Valero Alamo Bowl on Oregon, and it held on 47-32 to beat the Ducks. The Ducks looked horrible in that first half, and look, every team is gutted right now. It feels, doesn't it? Everybody between COVID and transfers and coaches and every game you watch, there's a story of that, right? I don't think there's one that they're full of many. Maybe the Final Four teams. Maybe that's why Luke Fickell. There's been no noise around Luke Fickell going somewhere. Maybe because Luke Fickell's going to the Big 12 and they can now pay him, and he's in the college football playoff. He wants to enjoy what he's built. But everybody's got it, and Oregon's depleted as well. But at least they play. Can I give them kudos for playing?
Yeah. It's definitely there's people that want to make it excuses, and there's realities of the situation. But if you're going to show up, make the best of it, even if you don't have the horses. At least Oregon in the second half put up a fight, because they could have cashed out, and this could have been like 50-10.
Well, I thought that's where it was going.
Like really bad, but they continued to play, put some pressure on OU to finish out that game. But what a performance by the Sooners and Bob Stoops.
Yeah, no, good for him. And he looked like he was in place, didn't he? He looked like he belonged. He looked like he was where he wanted to be. And
He
those
just
guys sure
creates a new job. Bob Stoops bowl coach.
Like
If you're a coach of league, call Bob, and he'll coach your team in a bowl game.
So, hey, Fresno State, I know Lee Mark's a good dude, and you got him, but Bob Stoops is ready to coach your team since your coach left. Hey, team all over. Everywhere. Your coach left? Come on. Oregon? Oh, well, you could have used him. Those are two teams that were playing. Their coaches left. Bob Stoops went in there, and look, that team looked explosive, and Oregon had no answer defensively, no answer all day. So your bowl games yesterday, Oregon gets beat by Oklahoma in the Valero Alamo Bowl, 47-32. Maryland beat Virginia Tech in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl, 54-10. And Clemson, just what's it, the third longest streak of 10 wins now. They win their 10th game. They beat Iowa State in the Cheez-It Bowl at Camping World Stadium down in Orlando, 20-13. Another depleted team. And look, everybody is, and every coach can tell you the story about how these kids are fighting and they're depleted, and we got these many out on COVID, and these in the transfer portal. I think that's everybody's story. Is this systemic? First of all, we agree. Everybody, and the pandemic's a big deal. But everybody being out is bad for college football when you get to bowl season, right? I mean, all these transfers, portals, right? Do we all agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Should the portal be not open until January? Would that help?
I think you just have to break it up. Like, what are the transfer portal numbers versus current COVID issues in these games versus draft opt-outs?
Look, you're not going to do anything about draft opt-outs, okay? And I think there's a number. I think that's a small number. The portal, and now you saw a lot of guys, even in our game. You know, Cowan, the terrific receiver from UTEP, and a number of guys put themselves in the portal after the bowl game. San Diego State's quarterback after the bowl game. Wyoming's quarterback after the bowl game. So they knew what they were going to do. Obviously, the day after the game, you didn't just decide overnight, damn, I'm out, man. You know, I don't like they knew. So I guess it wouldn't matter. If they're going to transfer, they're going to transfer. They're going to say, look, I'm out. I'm going to go into the portal. Can a bowl game improve your position as you go into the transfer portal? I think 100%. I think Levi Williams from Wyoming certainly improved his positioning. Probably Lucas Johnson from San Diego State did as well. I don't know. And maybe it's not a significant issue. I think it is, just watching so many teams deplete. I don't know how the hell you bet bowl season anymore. Like, people who are out there betting these games, you got to have the info. You got to know who's out, who's depleted. Like the the Nevada thing. Okay, there you go. Right, we all knew Nevada was going to get depleted.
That's not a transfer portal.
No,
Their three best offensive players
opted out. Yeah.
think they're getting drafted.
Now, would they have played if Jay Norvell and his whole coaching staff did not leave for Colorado State? And I think there's a really good chance they would have. Don't you?
I do.
They all opted out after their coach left. Now, their coach left a couple weeks ago. I don't know what the answer is. I don't even know if other people think it's an issue. I just, you're watching games, and I guess when you watch the game, they're still good games. I mean, Clemson game was a good watch. Oregon, I don't know if it was a good watch. Oklahoma ran them out the belt. The second half got better. Maryland beat the living stuff. How about Biloxi and that group? And Tagovailoa, I don't know if he's a pro, but he's a pretty good college quarterback. What is it, Tolia?
To his brother.
To his brother. Really, there's a name on him. I think it's Tolia. Is it Tulia? Talia? Tagovailoa. But he had a terrific day. And good for Mike to get away. I mean, I know people how they feel around here. I mean, he was always a good guy to ask. I think we like him personally. I know I do. I like him personally.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And while it's not working, you get incredibly messy, and that was the Mike Locksley era at UNM.
Yeah. All right, you get today 1, 2, 3, 4 more. The Duke's Mayo Bowl will start you off with the Carolina teams in Carolina, North and South, going at each other. Then you get the which game is that? The Tennessee-Purdue game. That is the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl, Tennessee and Purdue. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, that is a New Year's 6 game. Pittsburgh and Michigan State. And then the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, the first new-look Las Vegas Bowl, Wisconsin and Arizona State. That'll be the first Vegas Bowl in Allegiant Stadium as they ramp up what they've been doing because they didn't play last year. So you get 4 more today. And then, of course, Friday we go with the Sun Bowl and some others. And is it tomorrow already? Yeah, tomorrow's when we get the big dogs, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow we get the CFP.
And going back to the transfer portal on this too, I think it's so hard because it's case-by-case basis, because I think there's probably some coaches that say, if you don't want to be here, then peace out.
Yeah. No, I think that's right. I think that's
some players might have a good relationship and decide after the fact. It didn't seem like there was any issues with Lucas Johnson or Levi Williams, and they had great performances in their bowl game. And they're, I don't know,
the reasons they won the bowl games.
yeah, they were offensive MVPs for their team, so it's something that absolutely helped them. You wonder, is it just, do they want to try to get to a power conference program? What it was with these players, because they both had fantastic ends to the season, and then other cases, I'm sure that sometimes the coaches are like, "Whew, all right, glad we're able to move on from this guy now."
I promise you that both of those are true. It kind of goes back to what my fear was when we opened this thing up with the transfer portal, with the one free transfer, right? With the one no sit out transfer was non-power or group of 5 players who excel: Johnson, Levi Williams, Cowan at UTEP. They excel at group of 5 schools, and they're going to go Power 5.
I don't know though.
You don't think so?
I don't. Where's Levi Williams playing quarterback at Georgia Tech?
Okay.
He can't throw the football.
Okay.
That's not a valuable commodity.
It's a Power 5 league, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think he's going. He might think so, but that's also the challenge of it. Is the grass always greener? And you're going to have to learn these lessons, and some of them aren't going to be great for these players, but there's also going to be advantages for the other teams that are able to land players that might end up being the 3rd or 4th string quarterback at a Power 5 school and could actually be a really good quarterback in your league.
How many have we seen? And I think that's a fair point. And I think we're in the infancy of this. So I think we don't have a good enough sample size. Can you think of a quarterback who's left a group of 5 and gone Power 5 and just really made an impact? Jake Hader was trying to go back to Washington. I think he would have made an impact there.
And he was
coming back to Fresno State, but he
went
started
to Washington, Fresno State.
Yep.
I would have to look a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got one for you. I've got certainly coming the other way, right? Jack Sears tried to do it at Boise State, couldn't beat out Hank Bachmeier. You've got Lucas Johnson went Georgia Tech to San Diego State. You've got what was the young man from Oregon State who went to Fresno State the year they had
and then
you got plenty of
the
those.
Kansas quarterback that went to Fresno State did really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Kansas,
but there's plenty of those guys, right? There's plenty of them who came the other way. How many are going that way? 505-246-0610. Here's your guest list for you today. 8:30 this morning. That would be the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour, Henry. Bottom of the 8 o'clock hour. In fact, my fantasy football team, I think, might be the top and bottom of the hour. Only in that league. But at the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour, that's 8:30. That'll be Jerry Palm. 9 o'clock. That's the top of the 9 o'clock hour. That's the top of the hour. It's like when the big hand is pointing to the top, you see that would be the top. I just want to explain to people who don't understand top and bottom of the hour. It's a tough concept. That'll be Sebastian Noel, ProView Networks. We will get you wrap. Boy, there's some good prep hoops going on. Really good high school basketball going on around the city and around the state. And so ProView's got it covered. And we will talk with Sebastian Noel coming up at 9 o'clock. We are open for you. Reminder, this is our final show of the year, as the boss has been so kind as to say, you know what, take New Year's Eve off. And so who are we to say no? So we will take tomorrow off. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. Those sweatshirts fit? You got the right sizes?
I love it.
Kyle's good?
Kyle's good.
All right. I want to make sure. I mean, he's good. I don't want him getting mad and having to buy the whole place a round of shots.
They're mad. He wasn't mad.
Obviously. I mean, they didn't even take his shots. That's how mad they were at him. Maroons. It's the opening drive. We're here for you. 505-246-0610. Good Thursday to you on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
CFP tomorrow. Another huge weekend playoff positioning. Who do you trust? Well, you don't know until Sunday. Saturday. This case 2 now in the NFL. Who's going to be available? That's the major question mark. A lot of times, really can't have an opinion on these games until they kick off and you see who's on the field.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook, not Adam Thielen. Is that what I see?
He's done the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook's back.
It does me no good anymore.
Okay.
That team's done.
Okay. Just want to let you know.
That's the team that scored 1 million one week, and then we went into the playoffs and scored 33 points, and then next week scored another 1 million. Yeah, that's how that worked. All right, just ran into the sales guy in the hallway. You know, yesterday, how this hour of 2 Men On. I just thought we were just renaming the station 2 Men On, or the Boss's Drinking Buddies, or whatever. Ooh. It's just going to be the name of the station. I told them yesterday, I think your boys are taking over. You're my boys. They're our boys. Why are you laughing at me like that?
It's so funny.
What is? That they're taking over the world?
Yes.
I know. And I'm happy for them. I am.
Me too.
I know. Hello, Brian. How you living?
Hey, thanks for taking my call this morning, Mr. Symbieta.
Thanks for calling, sir.
Hey, Happy New Year already.
You as well. What's happening?
Hey, I got so busy during the holidays. I wanted to call and thank you. I didn't get a chance earlier. New Mexico Bowl was a huge hit again this year. You guys knocked it out of the park, you and your committee.
Thank you. You were out there and had a good time?
Oh, yeah. I took my dad. He had just a fabulous time.
Beautiful.
In fact, he was leading cheers over there with the UTEP side. Orale! I mean, they were having fun in the sun, man.
That's so cool. Those are my favorite stories, man.
It was just a super day. I mean, the weather, the game, all the festivities. It was, thank you so much for, having the fortitude and the wherewithal to continue with this New Mexico Bowl. We almost lost that darn thing.
Well, not really. We lost it for a year. We had to take it over.
Yeah.
I gave my word we're bringing that thing back, and I did everything. Look, I appreciate, Brian, what you're saying. I wish more people, and each year more and more people do what you do and realize it. And it was like a restart this year in some respects, right? This year was really hard. But it was so worth it on that day because that day went smoothly, and I've heard so many stories like yours, and I love that you and your dad go out and just enjoy it for what it is, and it's a big celebration on a beautiful day and make new friends. And so, Brian, that means the world to me. Thank you, and I'm glad you guys had fun.
Hey, you're welcome. May you have Bisco Cheetos with your coffee every morning.
Well, that's a good idea, man. All right, Happy New Year, Brian.
God, that's amazing.
All right, have a good day.
See you. This is my favorite story. So, A-Marie, when we started this, that's all I wanted. That guy right there.
Yeah, he said, here's Coop. I answered the phone. He's like, sorry, I haven't called. I'm like, I don't know you. I was like, I don't know you.
Well, that's JJ knows. That's what I wanted. I watch what happens with the Sun Bowl, and I love what El Paso's, how they've embraced it. And, yeah, I get it. Not enough people. More and more every year. But those are the stories. When I hear somebody say, here's a story. You guys know Scott Cregan, Graphic Connection. You know him. Good friend. And his son, Matthew, I believe, has been to every game. He grew up going to the games. So Matthew's working for us this year.
Oh,
right?
cool.
He's working. And, Matthew afterwards, and I hope I'm not betraying his trust. I don't believe so. But basically saying, I got to get a job like this. Like, I love this family. I love, the energy around this. And that warms me so much, warmer than this coffee. By the way, I got a little bit of eggnog here. It's going to go bad, and I should have brought more, but I brought some eggnog.
Got any more of that bourbon in that sleigh?
Yep. Yep, promise.
Eggnog and bourbon.
Yep.
Delish.
Yep. Yes, it is. By the way, if I'm a little tired today, when was the last time you lost your phone? Like, lost your phone
the worst.
and then lost your mind. Okay, I lost my phone last night.
I have Find My iPhone. You don't have
I don't have an iPhone.
Oh, yeah, you don't have an iPhone.
And I was told enough times last night, well, if you had an iPhone, I don't.
But I don't.
I have a Samsung Galaxy, whatever generation I have. I've always had it. It's just a tough transition to make. At some point, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Right? So, you guys, last night, I was kind of packing during the evening, and then Addie came home, and I know when she came home, I was upstairs. I had my phone in my hand, and then I was kind of shutting it down. I couldn't find my phone. I mean, have you done this recently? Like, when was the last time you lost your phone?
I don't know if I've ever lost
like
it.
Misplaced your phone. It. Couldn't find it for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. Been there a few times.
Okay, then it turned into like a half hour. Then I'm unturning everything. I'm looking through whatever I packed. I'm looking in pockets. I'm like, did I go here? So I went out. I moved the. I have this old Mountaineer that we just it's an extra vehicle. And when Addie's over, I put it out in the driveway. And so she didn't have her car at my house. Her mom's picked whatever. So I moved the Mountaineer back into the driveway. I looked in the Mountaineer. It's not there. I'm calling it. Well, my damn phone's always on silent anyway, so that does you no good. And I'm losing my effing mind, you guys. I mean, this went on for an hour and a half, and at 10:30, I'm like, and Addie's down there. Dad, I don't know. And she's got her phone on. She's looking under my bed. She's looking, I mean, and she probably wants to go to bed, and I know I do. And so this would save me, dude, because I mean, literally. I'm like, okay, so do I get a new phone tomorrow? So I put my earpods or my earbuds. I guess they're not earpods because I don't have an iPhone. They're earbuds. And I could hear, so they were still connected. So it's somewhere.
Oh,
all right.
so funny.
So I called my phone. I could hear it ringing in my ear, but where's my effing you guys? I almost lost my flipping mind last night. So Addie's like, well, here, after enough. Well, Dad, if you had an iPhone, I got it. I guess I better go get an iPhone.
So you go in the Apple store today?
So she on her phone Googles how to find your what do you do if you lost your Samsung Galaxy, whatever, how to find it. And she's like, here, Dad, sign in right here. So she could probably track me now everywhere I'm going. Like, right? So there's a tracking device, I guess, that she found that she downloaded. And it sends a signal, and for 1 minute it will ring, even if it's on silent. She found, like, God bless my kid. And it was nothing. I went down to the garage, and I hear it ringing. So I was wearing a pair of track pants, right, and the phone was in the pocket. I guess it fell when I moved the Mountaineer into the driveway. It must have fallen out of my pocket, and it was wedged between the seat and the console. So when I looked for it, like, dude, it would have been 4 months from now, maybe I'd find my phone. If it was like, I mean, how would I have ever found it there? Would you have looked there? No. Between the console and the seat of the spare car.
Oh, the spare car? No.
Not my car. It's the spare car that. I mean, thank God for that kid. Like, I mean,
save the day.
I may take her to California tomorrow.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, I'm a little tired today. I mean, you guys, I lost my. This one, I really was losing my mind on. You haven't been there?
Not to that extent.
Yeah, that one.
Misplaced it 15, 20 minutes, but I don't think there's a time where I've left it places. Like, I've left it at the studio before.
Yeah. Oof.
And then that's like
you go back and there it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Like a long night.
Yeah. Hey, Marie, I told the story once. I lost my keys.
Oh gosh.
Years ago. Right. So they're sitting like this on my counter, and I was going to a Lobo game, and I pulled out the ice tray from the refrigerator. Right, the big, where it feeds you the ice. I was loading up my cooler, and put it back, and then I started looking for my kid. Couldn't find him. So I took after. I'm like, well, whatever. Let's just go. I took my spare keys. That was on Saturday. Tuesday of the next week, I went into my freezer. I was looking for something in my freezer. So there's a rod that feeds the ice tray at the bottom of the big tray, right, that goes in. Well, the rod had scooped my keys, and my keys were hanging in the freezer for 3 days, and that's how I found my flipping keys. Oh. Yeah, and last night, that's all I was thinking is it's one of those.
In the freezer.
I don't think I didn't look in the freezer because I swear to God I did.
Maybe.
Yeah, dude, it's I don't know. Yeah. All right, favorite lost key stories or phone stories. Go. Sorry, I just hijacked that segment. I apologize.
Everyone can relate to that.
Oh, it just pissed me off. So I'm a little tired. All right, 505-246-0610. You can get into Rogers if you want. We can get
Where's he going?
Let's go NFL too when we get back, and who's back, and you got Dalvin Cook this week if you want him. They play Rogers.
It's going to be a cold game.
It's going to be how cold?
They said it's the coldest game that the Vikings and Packers have ever played. Well, projected.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's supposed to be like Sunday night.
It's a good thing. Why? Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of running, I hope.
God bless those two teams. But who schedules?
They were going to flex it. That's how cold it was.
A January night game at Lambeau.
And
why? Don't you know what you're going to get? Like who enjoys that?
No one.
Don't tell me it's football weather because it's not.
I can't stand it. Everyone thinks we're wusses because we play indoors. I'm like, you live in Minnesota. It's nice that we have a.
Dude, you should play indoors.
Yeah, and it can open and close.
Man, look at that. The roof opens and watch open.
Close.
Look at this. We got the little button. It's like the Fiesta Bowl the other day. Didn't they keep it open during the rain because they had parachuters coming in or something?
Yeah. I can't close the roof. They're jumping.
Why do I have a roof in Arizona? Well, it might rain one day. Okay, here's the one day. All right, leave it open because we got parachuters. What the hell are we doing? 505-246-0610. Can I suggest strongly you get over to All In Autographs? All In Autographs is the Southwest, and dare I say, one of our country's premier sports entertainment memorabilia places. Signed, unique, wonderful pieces that you are going to want. A place like a museum. You walk in and you just start gawking at the walls. I told you, the first time I was in there, it was 2 hours. I just stared at stuff. And stuff that you want. You got 2 more days, today and tomorrow. Final days of the year. All framed jerseys in the store, 20% off. They still got the red and green sale going. Prices off. Go to their website. Allinautograph.com is how you take a look at them. Then you start getting an idea what they've got. And it's not just sports. It's history. It is entertainment. It is music. Memorabilia that is fantastic. That is unique. That is one of a kind that you can't find anywhere. This is a world-class memorabilia collectible destination. Ask them about their VIP club. You can join that. You get a newsletter each month. You get a gift each month. You get invited to cigar nights and whiskey nights with the celebrities they bring in every single month. Go by and check them out. They're at 2225 Wyoming Northeast. It's just south of Manal in the Hoffmantown Plaza. Their website, allinautograph.com, and you can call them at 505-504-7575. Listen, tell them you heard it from me, that Jeff sent you, or I heard it from Jeff on the radio, or I heard it on the opening drive, or that idiot that talks about you, whatever. You will get $50 off an item of $200 or more. It's worth it. You're going to love it. And then you're going to say, oh, Jeff, that place was better than you even told me about it. That's what everybody's saying. Yes, it is. You told me that. My brother told me that. Yes. Go in and enjoy all the autographs. 2225 Wyoming Northeast.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From the laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about. That's why I support this company, because they care about the people of New Mexico.
A hole in your roof or a whole new roof?
Go Lobos!
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all. For your business or your
I was listening to the Mike Locksley postgame.
Oh, I was like, what was
yeah, they
that?
were singing, and Mike Locksley got the game ball after Maryland's big victory, 54-10. Yeah, maybe I'll play it for you later. All right, 505-246-0610. Why are you looking at me like
There's a moment on the broadcast.
Yeah.
ESPN was interviewing Virginia Tech's new head coach, and he's talking about defense, and Maryland connects on a 70-yard touchdown pass as he's on screen doing an interview.
Did they play defense yesterday?
Like, well, we got some work to do, Coach.
54-10. Locks looked happy yesterday. He's been through a lot, man. I know y'all don't necessarily like him, but he's been through a lot, and big win for him. All right, NFL stuff. So Vikings will get Dalvin Cook back. They will not have Adam Thielen for the rest of the year, correct?
Correct.
All right. They've got to win both.
It is tricky, the Minnesota Vikings. So we have to win both, and or the Eagles and Saints have to lose. It's a whole mess. The Eagles and Saints have to lose a certain amount of games as well.
All right.
As of today. I mean, everything can change.
It's not going to change tomorrow.
No.
But it may change on Sunday.
Maybe.
All right. So Sunday night.
And then if the Packers lose to us, Cowboys get number one seed.
Yeah, if the Cowboys win out.
Correct.
So Sunday in beautiful Green Bay. So it won't be snowing. The snow is coming Saturday night. Sunday, and you know what happens when it gets clear? It gets cold. So the high on Sunday would be 14 degrees. So if they're playing Sunday afternoon, it would be sunny and 14. It's getting down to no degrees, like none.
And
so
like
that'll be
negative 15 wind chill or
that
something.
sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I mean, like I don't care who you are, and you can tell me, oh, we live in Green Bay. Nobody loves that crap. They all look miserable. With the cheese head thing and the 18 layers, and
you'll have to stand to be warm. Jump around.
I mean, so you're sitting there for 4 hours. Out, I mean, God bless them, and I have ultimate. It's like runners to me. I have ultimate respect for that. I just have no desire to do it. Right? Have you ever watched a runner at the end of the race? Don't they look miserable? You ever watch a runner that looks great at the end of a race?
No.
Kind of like watching football fans in Green Bay, is it not?
It's awful.
When you were in Minnesota, did you sit through any, like, did you sit outside? Did you go to a Gopher game? Did you ever go to one of those?
I went, but I've only gone in like October.
But I mean, one of these brutal cold games.
I have gone. No, I lied to you.
Inside the press box.
In Soldier Field in Chicago, it was freezing. I went to a Bears Vikings game late November, and I've never been that cold in my entire life.
Yeah, I've been to Bears games in October, and it was cool, but it wasn't freezing. I respect it. I just don't get it. God bless them. They love their team. I mean, can you imagine if I don't care what game, give me the Lobo basketball could play out. I mean, inside. And if it was that cold, people say, I can't go outside. It's too cold. Right? Even though it's in the pit. Right? They could be playing in Arizona.
There's nothing enjoyable about cold weather.
Yeah. That's why people flock to the West. That's why Arizona and that's why Southern California's population is ridiculous. That's why Arizona has grown the way it has over the last 2 decades. Yeah. That's why people flock to them, because it's a better lifestyle. It's a better way to live than freezing your backside off all the time. All right. What do you make of the Rodgers stuff? He went out yesterday. He said he will not drag on his decision for his future plans, which to me makes it sound like he's made up his mind, right? If he can tell you, look, I'm not going to drag this out.
Yes.
That means he knows what he's going to do. I firmly believe, and I have the whole time, he's leaving Green Bay, okay? Why do I believe that? Because of everything that happened last year, because I just think he wants to go do something else. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. Feels like if he was going to say I'm staying in Green Bay, he'd say I'm staying in Green Bay, wouldn't he?
To me, Aaron Rodgers' entire season and trying to read the tea leaves is much ado about nothing.
It's a lot to do about Aaron Rodgers. It's what it's all about.
Yeah, but what does this mean? Oh, he said this on Pat McAfee's show. Oh, he's going this way. Diana Rossini, ESPN, said something that made a ton of sense to me. And she's like, sometimes people just need to create drama.
Yes.
To be interested, and it feels like that's where Aaron Rodgers is at.
I can't agree.
Like he's at a point where he's so good. He's like, all right, what can I do to be salty this week? What's going to be the chip on the shoulder? It's compared to Tom Brady at times with the Patriots and the stuff that he tried to do and to keep him motivated. And if that's where it feels like Aaron Rodgers is, because all those questions he had, like you drafted Jordan Love, like we're well past that. Like you can be the quarterback for
as long as you want to be,
as long as you can play at that level in Green Bay, and they offered you more money, so we know it's not about money. You say, well, I need more roster control. You have the best record of the NFC. Your roster's fine.
That's right.
And they've made good draft picks.
That's right.
Because it's not always about drafting a receiver in the first round, because you still got to play defense.
100%.
At times. So a lot of this just feels like outside of the vaccination stuff, which was really frustrating, and then Rodgers trying to play like, oh, they're cancel this. No, just be honest, man. Everyone's been fine with everyone else who's been honest about it, even if it's been tough, like Cole Beasley. Like, no one's been after Kirk Cousins or Carson Wentz until they're not available. But it feels like he just is doing this because he's got nothing better to do.
I can't agree with you more, or with Diana Rossini more. It's a guy who is just, it's funny, too, because guys who love the drama, or people who love the drama, tend to be more high-strung. But he loves this persona of, I'm so chill, I'm so cool, I don't need that. But he does. He does, because he creates. I think about the drama that's been around Aaron Rodgers. He's created all of it, hasn't he? Yeah, every speck of it. There's been nothing, he did the whole thing with Brian Gutekunst, who, by the way, to your point, has put together a hell of a roster. And I would assume that's why the Packers have stuck with him. Aaron Rodgers, as much as he says, I had no control over this roster, well, that roster's got the best record in the NFL, don't they? Now, he's a big part of it, but can we give Brian Gutekunst a little bit of credit for constructing that roster? I can't agree with you more. As much as he wants the personality of, I'm so chill and check me out, and I'm late, I don't care, and I go on the McAfee show, and I'm just, no, he's kind of a drama queen. Right? I mean, he thrives on this stuff, and he creates it. And so I believe he's got his mind made up. And I think he's leaving. If he was going to stay in Green Bay, if he wanted this anytime.
I'm really enjoying the segment.
But why? Because you hate him so much?
Yes, and I just love hearing other people say that he's a drama queen.
Well, okay, that doesn't mean he's a bad dude.
No, I don't think he's a bad dude. I don't think he's a bad dude.
But he loves the drama, right? And he manufactures it. All summer, he could have put an end to it. He didn't. The whole vaccination thing, he could have put an end to. He didn't. This thing now on his future, if he's staying in Green Bay, he could just say, my plan is to stay here, and we'll get something hammered out. Because he could write the number on the chalkboard, and they'll give it to him. Here's the number I want. They'd say, fine.
I was on a Packers podcast yesterday, and he said, I was like, what do you feel about Aaron Rodgers? Because I'm just wondering how Packer fans are feeling.
Yeah.
And he said, if he gives me a Super Bowl, I'm cool with it. He can leave.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
I think that's the way a lot of people feel. It was kind of like Kawhi in Toronto, right? Although not nearly as deep-rooted. Right? Give me a championship and let me enjoy it and scram. That's fine.
Monday through Friday, it's easier to freak out because we got time to fill and fans are going to spout off. But as long as Aaron Rodgers is winning, there's going to be zero Packer fans that are going to come out and be like, oh, bleep this, bleep that, Aaron Rodgers. No.
Yes.
As long as he's throwing touchdowns, winning football games,
win,
you love the
down
dude.
nets. That's
what
right.
It's about.
No, 100%. But all this extra stuff in his persona of, I'm so chill, I don't care, and nothing bothers me. No, this is orchestrated, man. This is why I went to at the beginning of the show. Remember the PGA thing where the more people talk about you, you get more money. Mm-hmm. Like he'd be winning that going away.
Totally.
Tom Brady doesn't need to do this. Ben Roethlisberger, Pat Mahomes doesn't need to do this, does he?
Nope. And
they could. And I don't know if that means you like him any more or less. We're not done. I got more thoughts on the other side. I know we got to take this break. 505-246-0610. Coming up at 8:30 this morning, Jerry Palm will be with us. CFP plays out tomorrow. We've got college football playoff semifinals. We'll get into that with him. Sebastian Noel coming up at 9 o'clock from ProView Networks. May I strongly suggest also that you get over to. They're going to come to you. Call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. On the Spot Automotive Detailing. What is that, Jeff? Well, it's they detail your vehicle. Inside, outside, clean it, wax it, wash it, scrub it. Under the hood as well, around the tires, the rims. Like when they're done, this isn't just a cleaning that you can do. They do it better than you can. No matter how many hours you spend out there, they do it better than you can. This is what they do. They bring a team out there. It's like it's brand new. The day you took it off the lot clean, that's how cool it is. And it was fun to drive. I just had it done a few months ago, and it's made me keep my car cleaner too. But it was so fun to get into and just smelled good. And all the stuff that was gone, it was wonderful. They come to you, boys and girls. Wherever it is, whenever it is convenient for you, they come to you. I was in the office. I was busy. They were in the parking lot. They were busy. They detailed my vehicle. It was beautiful. People were like, "Oh, dude, I want that. How can I get that?" Well, you just call on the Spot Automotive Detailing at 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859, or you go to otsdetailing.com. Also, they've got ceramic coating, the best way to protect any paint for years. They apply it by hand. It makes it last longer. It gets a more even coating. Other companies don't offer that. Call on the Spot Automotive Detailing. Ask them about gift cards as well. It is like maybe the best gift you can give. Everybody will love this gift. Who would? And that's the one thing you don't do for yourself, right? That's what a great gift is. Something that people are going to love that they may not buy for themselves. On the Spot Automotive Detailing, www.otsdetailing.com, or call them at 505-859-2859.
Hey.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Dream style roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your
green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about. That's why I support this company, because they care about the people of New Mexico.
A hole in your roof or a whole new roof?
Go Lobos.
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of Pro V Sports.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I just want to finish up the thoughts on Rodgers and get your thoughts when we hit the next hour, 505-246-0610. Let me make it clear. I don't dislike Aaron Rodgers necessarily like you do as a Viking fan, right? I mean, would you say he's one of your least favorite athletes?
Like of all time.
Just because he beats you, or do you not like him?
Oh, no, just like a rival.
Okay.
I mean, I can't stand anything to do with the Packers, especially Aaron Rodgers.
What about Mandy? Do you like her? Because she seems to be one of your better friends, and she's a big Packer fan.
I tolerate like 4 Packer fans.
By the way, she is the best, and anybody who messes with her around here should just be flogged.
By the way,
should be flogged.
I back up that statement. But it's just, don't you hate like anyone in your division, like with a
like the Niner thing, like I am with the Niners. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, but I'm not like he sucks. Of course, I respect him.
Yeah, that's how I was.
He
with
backs
Montana.
up his game as much of a diva as he is.
All right, so like I was with Montana back in the day, right? Yeah. I mean, I respect what he does, but okay. So preface all that, but can we just get to the point where we accept it? I mean, he loves the attention, he loves the drama, and he manufactures it. Remember how much we used to talk about Favre? Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? Is he going? And he could have solved all that. I in this case, and that's okay. The man thrives on the attention. Now, he would sit there and tell you, oh, that's ridiculous. And just in his man bun, neck beard, kind of laid back, chill way, right?
Right.
No, it's ridiculous. I talk real soft, and I'm on the Pat McAfee show. I mean, I don't love the attention. But and it's okay that he does. There's plenty of guys who are like that, right? LeBron loves the attention, right?
Yep, and social media.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Yeah. And it's maybe that's part of the brand build. Do you think that's like on advice from people? Or do you think that's just the way he is?
I think at this point it's just the way he is.
I think I agree with that.
Because he's been in the game long enough.
Yeah. All right, Jerry Palm at 8:30 and Sebastian Noel at 9 o'clock. You can. I'd love your thoughts on it. It's the opening drive on Thursday morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports House.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From the laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about.
Opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cindietta, and JJ Bob.
Final show of the year for us. You know, and we haven't done our year in review yet. I mean, you all right with that? Biggest story of the year, A-Marie joining the opening drive. I mean, easy, right? Easy.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, to me, that's the biggest sports story of the year, don't you think? Outside of that, what would you say the biggest sports story of the year in this town was? Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, A-Marie. Adrian's producing for you on the TV side. Just right off the top. Like,
locally or?
Yeah, locally. Is there something that just like leaps to you? The stadium being voted down? Lobo women winning a conference championship? I mean, obviously dealing with pandemic. Things coming back. Richard Pitino getting hired. United not making the playoffs. Is that a big deal? It's a big deal when they do. Is it a big deal when they don't? I'm just asking. I don't know.
It was.
I don't know if it's a big deal when they do. They make it a big deal. So I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Like the year before they crawled in, they got the last spot right on the last day.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of I think the greatest thing ever. What?
Salt intensifies.
What? I'm just saying. I'm just asking, man. Is it like they're really good at promoting it? But I wonder how many people like the people who care really care, and the people who don't, I don't know if they do. That's all I'm asking.
Well, they're trying to get to a point where more people care.
I think we found out. I think we found out with the election
that I think it's a very stable product in this market.
Absolutely it is.
But it ain't as easy as
we're here.
Look, there's some big time social media posts. Let's go.
Yeah, they're really good. Their PR machine is terrific. Terrific. Their video game is great.
And I do think that it is also a reminder that at times, for this city, we always can feel a certain way, and chip on the shoulder, land of mañana, this and that. But there's a much bigger contingent you have to win over to just push yourself over the top.
I think that's with anything, right? I mean, look, when you're preaching the choir is loud. That's what you hear, right? When you're sitting in that church, you hear the choir, and you think that's everything. You get in your bubble, you think it's everything, and sometimes, I think that was a pretty good gauge of how many people are totally bought in and how many people are like, yeah, whatever. And I asked you this before, is that fan base is I think that core of it is rabid. I think it's I compared it. I loved what the Scorpion fan base was back in the day. This is bigger, right? This is a bigger, more vocal, way more organized, wonderful fan. I think the core of it is wonderful. They're not going anywhere. They're solid. I don't want them to go anywhere. I want them to continue to grow. I think it's wonderful. I just don't think it's as big as maybe we were led to believe by their social media machine. And and their fan base is great. This is not. I'm not knocking them at all. I think what they've built is amazing in these first 3 years. I think we just got an idea of maybe it's not as universal in our town as some people wanted you to believe.
And I look at it across the board for all sports and say there's still opportunity. There is still opportunity to grow in this market. Whether you've been here and you think you're established and got the best building in town, or you're just trying to do something new, there's room to grow and outreach.
That's right. You got to be patient, and you got to be realistic as well. All right, 505-246-0610. Hello, Edward. Yeah, what's happening?
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me share a few thoughts this morning. Totally grateful. Jeff, hearing your story about your keys, it would have been half a decade before on-the-spot auto detailers showed up and found those keys. Or, I'm sorry, your phone.
Well, I wouldn't have detailed that vehicle. I'm just telling you, I will junk that vehicle before I detail that vehicle. It's like the extra, dude. It's a 2001 Mountaineer with 173,000 miles on it. That's just the extra vehicle we've got sitting around, and I got to move it back and forth from the garage now that the kid's driving. So I would never have found that flipping phone.
Please tell me the Mountaineer has paneling on the side.
No, it doesn't.
Oh man, you're disappointing me.
Yeah, but it's got like ripped. The console's like ripped. It snags your sweater if you're wearing it. Yeah, no, it's beat to hell, dude.
Hey, a couple of things staying on topic with your show this morning. The weather. I shared this story before when my son and I ventured to the Twin Cities to watch the Patriots lose to the Eagles at the Super Bowl. You could take the coldest day in the history of New Mexico, go to the top of Sandia Sandia Mountains, strip down, put ice on your body, have the biggest fans ever, and it still wouldn't be as cold as it was in Minnesota those days. I think it was 27 below when we walked out of Mall of America. I must have walked 40 yards and my face started to freeze, and I told my son, we're done with this. It was so cold, brutally cold. So A. Marie can attest to this because that's her old stomping grounds, and yeah, you don't want any part of that. It was brutally cold. I have Rodgers right now. I personally like Rodgers, even though I have, Brady. I'm a big fan. I have Rodgers number 5 all time on my quarterback list. I have Brady, and then a significant gap, and then Montana, Elway number 3, and then Manning number 4, and then Rodgers right ahead of Unitas and Favre. If Rodgers wins another Super Bowl, which he very well may do this year, he's going to be number 3 all time. He's going to jump Manning and Elway, in my perspective, in my opinion. Probably going to win his 4th MVP. I think human dynamic-wise, he's just a different cat. He thinks differently, and yes, he pokes the media, and he's an instigator. But he's just an amazing talent, and I kind of like him.
Don't you believe he?
Go ahead, Jeff.
Don't you believe he loves the drama? He thrives on it. It feeds him, and he manufactures it.
Absolutely, it manifests itself because that's his dynamic.
No, it doesn't manifest itself. I believe he manifests it. Look, there's a difference between organic drama and stuff that you manifest. There's a lot of stuff you can put an end to. I tell myself all the time, look, we're going to have problems organically. Can we just not manifest our own? Can we not create our own problems? Like, you're going to have drama in life, one way or the other, right? And I believe this doesn't manifest itself. I believe he manifests a lot of this.
He probably does. There's a lot of credence there, and he's kind of in a loop, right? Drama occurs, then he manifests it and propagates it. I understand that. You're right. I'm in agreement with you. I have Dallas Cowboy friends who are Dallas Cowboy fans, and they vehemently hate him because he's killed them in the playoffs. And ironically, you know what's going to happen this year. You already know what's going to happen in the playoffs. I don't even have to talk about it. But we're going to see a repeat, and he's going to cut their throat out again and steal their heart. But it's interesting. Hey, I spoke to my brother-in-law who played for the Bearcats in the mid-1980s, and he's so pumped up, and he's speaking into existence that they're going to beat Alabama. And I just don't have the heart. And I'm like, yeah, I think they stand a good chance. I'm rooting hard for the Bearcats.
So is America.
Yeah, so is America, exactly. And if Auburn's coach wasn't a bumbling idiot, we wouldn't have Alabama in there, but so be it. By the way, he blew it again last night, didn't he? Or did they?
No, they got beat. They got beat by Houston 17-13.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, I'm rooting hard for the Bearcats, and I think hopefully Michigan. I'm a Harbaugh fan as well. I think hopefully they pull an upset, and they I don't know if they're favored against Georgia, but I think we're up for some good games. Hey, lastly, folks, we have a choice, and every 3 hours a day for a year, you guys have been part of my life. And, this past year, we've loved people, we've lost people, families have expanded. We've lost some folks dear to us. And I just want to encourage everybody, it's been a great year. When you look back, you got to maybe demonstrate some gratefulness for every part of the 365.25 days that we had this year. And I'm eternally grateful for you guys. And I just want to say Happy New Year because I won't be in town. I'll be traversing to Vegas. And I know you're going out of town, Jeff, so safe travels. And love your guys' show, and I appreciate everything you do. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. I appreciate you. Look, there's a difference between drama that happens, right? Like losing your phone. or your kid stays up all night crying, or you come back from Arizona and you got a cold, but it's not the COVID. Right? I mean, this stuff happens. We let's not create our own drama. It's literally one of the things I try to live by. I just don't want. I don't love the drama. I want. If my life is silent, I'm stoked. And there's a difference between the drama you create and some people love it.
Yeah, some people are just built that way. They want something going on, whether it's real or manufactured.
Brett Favre loved it, I think, for a long time. LeBron, I believe, loves it, right? I mean, and there's superstars and there's people who aren't superstars that just love the talk around them. And that's cool. Do your thing. If it improves your brand, if it makes you more valuable, it keeps you top of mind, whatever it is, man. I'm sure it improves his brand. I'm sure there's a way to profit off of it. Not that that's probably what he's doing. I just whatever. But to sit there and say, well, I mean, he's not doing anything, and I don't know that anybody says that anymore. Do you believe he's got his mind made up? By the way, where he's going?
Yes.
I don't think there was ever really a doubt as much as he's played it out.
So we're all on the same page. He's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
I think
I do not know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe he knows what he's doing. Do I have any inclination of what that? Even guessing, I don't feel good about guessing.
All right,
I'm that lost in this situation.
Quote: there will be a lot of things I'll weigh in the offseason. Saying that doesn't mean, or any of the comments I've made doesn't mean I'm thinking about playing elsewhere. I do want to clarify that. The things that I've said about the team this year, about Brian's and I's relationship, has been heartfelt and genuine, and I do appreciate a lot of things that I've seen from the team that are directly related to conversations we had in the offseason, and that was meaningful to me. I've enjoyed being a part of the conversations that directly affect my job, which I talked about in the offseason, and Brian's taken the lead in that, and I do appreciate the way our relationship has grown. I have a lot of love for Matt and enjoy playing for him. I love my teammates. The coaching staff has been fantastic, and they make it fun every single day, and the guys obviously is what you play for. So I'm just savoring this year as much as anything, end quote. All right, his contract runs through next season. They'd have to trade him. I mean, that sounds like a guy who says, man, this has been great. I love it. He's not retiring. I mean, I know he said that's not off the table. This guy's going to retire at the top of his game?
I don't know.
You think he's going to walk if he wins a Super Bowl? You think whatever? He's in love with him. But I mean, if he wins a Super Bowl, you think he's going to walk off at the top of his game?
I don't know.
Part of what he said yesterday is this year proved to him that he can still play. You can all right. Like he said, it's a possibility he retires. Dude's at the top of his game. You think he's going to be a reigning two-time MVP? He's winning MVP this year, right?
I knew you were going to.
Him and Jonathan Taylor, the top two guys.
Hold on 1 second, buddy. Okay. Hold on.
Right?
I knew
he's going to be a two-time reigning MVP. May win the Super Bowl. He's walking away.
With everything that's gone on, I wouldn't put it past him.
All right. I mean, that guy's quirky enough to do it. I think he loves being Aaron Rodgers so much. Then what? He's going to go do by the way, last I heard, Jeopardy didn't offer him the damn job.
Then what? He can just
do whatever he wants.
He's getting married and have a kid.
Okay, there's guys who are married and have
I
kids.
know, but I'm just saying that he's just.
You could be done. I don't think people realize how old Aaron Rodgers is.
He's
38.
In
football terms.
Okay,
because we're getting thrown off by Tom Brady, but he's been doing that almost half his life now. And even when you're at the top of your game, you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Mandy just texted me. He's staying.
All right, good. I mean, he might. I just don't think he is. I think he's piecing out. It'd be wonderful for Mandy and the rest of those.
What do you always say when you get to that age? You want to retire? Where do you go? He wants to probably get out of Lambeau. He probably doesn't want to play in 4-degree weather
anymore. He's going to play in Miami. He's going to Florida where all the old
the
people
Jaguars.
Yeah, he's not going there. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about. That's why I support this company, because they care about the people of New Mexico.
A hole in your roof or a whole new roof?
Go Lobos!
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today. 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast.
Stay away from the COVID. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Amory, and Adrian. Two lines open for you. We're going to hit Jerry Palm coming up at 8:30 this morning. 505-246-0610 is how you can get to us. Tommy, tell us some truth. How are you, sir?
Good morning, guys. I wasn't going to call in.
Why?
I wasn't. Because I just wanted to, chill for a minute. But then I heard Edward's comment, and it's like, Scarface, they pull me right back into madness. I agree with you. I think JJ has the same opinion on Aaron Rodgers. He brings everything on himself. I think Edward says some of it manufactured.
No, I said it's no. He said it's organic, like it just happens. He didn't use the word organic. He used it it manufactures itself, is what he said. No, it doesn't. He manufactures it.
He absolutely does, and there's been a history of great athletes in every sport that play their sport and keep to themselves and don't really talk to the media, but they say all the right things. And I'll tell you right now, if Dak was a diva, I'd be on him just as much because he's on my team. You know I'm hard on my team, Jeff. You know that. I'd be all over and say, Dak's been acting like a diva, crybaby. I could be the same thing. It's not just because he's Aaron Rodgers. And I love his ability. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, if he wins the Super Bowl this year, I'm still not going to put him in my top three. My top three is still going to be Brady, Elway, Montana, and he would probably be 4.
Okay.
I can't put him ahead of a quarterback that's 4 out of 4 Super Bowls. I can't put him ahead of Elway. Look at the teams he took to the 3 Super Bowls he lost. It was basically his arm that took him there. I mean, they had really.
That's
they
the
had good
beauty.
players.
That's the beauty of lists, man. It's in the eye of the beholder of the list maker, man. Yours is no more right or wrong than anybody else's. It's yours. That's the beauty.
I think sometimes there needs to be a list for the greatest quarterbacks that won Super Bowls, like a separate list, and then a list of quarterbacks that never won. Because the thing to me, I thought Dan Marino was the greatest pure passer as far as his abilities I've ever seen. But you know what? The difference between him and Rodgers is one Super Bowl win. If he had a Super Bowl win, would you put him right there with Rodgers as far as ability?
Yeah. No, look, as far as regular season quarterbacks, Peyton Manning is right near there at the top, and so is Dan Marino. But because they never won a championship, Marino never gets on any of those lists. And anybody who saw Marino play knows that Marino was just as good as any of these guys.
And I also think Warren Moon is, he had an amazing. They say when he threw the football, he made a noise.
He was really good. I got him a step below.
But I definitely. I think JJ, did you say as well that a lot of this stuff is organic?
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers just loves to be a part of the drama, and he likes to make stuff up, whether that's what he needs to motivate himself or not.
Yeah, and you guys think he's going to be gone after this year?
I believe so.
I do too. I don't know. He might. I still think he might. He was close to retiring. I still think he's always thinking about that, especially if he gets another ring guy. He might retire.
He'd be the guy that would retire and come back a year later, by the way.
Think so?
Yeah, he could.
Okay.
I can see
That's a
that.
possibility. I agree with that. But yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm curious because I can't make any bets. I'm scared because of COVID. I did win my fantasy team. I won my 10th championship. I'm the only one in my league who's been playing since '91, 30 years.
Congratulations.
That won the 10th championship. I won it with a sack by Miami. Got that 8 sack. I won by a point.
That sucks for the other guy. But good for you, man. Congratulations to spend that money at Bourbon and Boots.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy. Happy New Year to you, man. Enjoy it. We'll talk to you next year. Where'd he go? He gone. Hello, Rudy.
Hello. Hey, phone story. I have my tickets on my phone to see the Rolling Stones up in Denver a couple of years ago.
Were you able to use it on your phone? You got that figured out?
Yeah, I did. You have to with Ticketmaster.
Yes.
And the tickets were transferred to me, so I'm sitting there. I go to Walmart. I put my phone down.
Oh no.
About 2 hours later, I'm like you. Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
Yeah.
And it was just by some miracle that I realized it's an iPhone, and you can hit this little button on your computer that says Find My iPhone. So it says it's at the Walmart, and I go back there, and they go, no, we don't have your phone.
It's here.
I'm like, yeah, you have my phone. So it's starting to get a little testy, and finally this kid walks up and goes, is this your phone? I'm like, yeah, grab it and run out of there, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen the Rolling Stones. So I feel for you when you can't find your phone. I almost feel like super gluing it to my hand.
No, dude, I didn't, honestly, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was literally running through because I'm leaving town tomorrow, and you can't go out of town without your phone. Like, I was thinking, can I make it through tomorrow without my phone? Should I just go to bed?
Impossible.
But you can't leave town without your phone. You have no connectivity to anything like that.
They're going to sew it into our brain at some point.
No, seriously. I honestly, do I go get a new one? Do I just consider it lost? Like, I know it's here because my damn earbuds are connected to it. Like, it's somewhere within the proximity. It's in this short little radius, driving me freaking bonkers last night.
Yep, and it will. Nothing makes you more nervous. So, this has been a long time coming for Michigan. It's been since 1997 that they've played for a national championship. And that's a long time for a program like Michigan. And they had been so miserable for the last 17 years in their inability to beat Ohio State every year. So this feels like the right time, and a good buddy of mine, he and I were at the Rose Bowl when Michigan won. He unfortunately passed away 3 years ago. And I feel like he's up there pulling some levers because there wasn't a bigger Michigan fan than my buddy JT. So maybe, just maybe, tomorrow, Michigan will break through and make it to the finals. Because I think if they do, there's no stopping them. I don't care if it's Cincinnati or Alabama. I think they've come so far as a program in a short period of time. And it was always there, but they finally got the missing pieces and put everything together this year. And I think they are playing the best football. Now, we'll see what happens with the break. It's been, 2.5 weeks since their last game. But if they play the way they played against Ohio State and Iowa, I think Michigan will be tough to beat.
Yeah, more than that. I think everybody's on the same break, though. So I think that evens out, don't you?
I hope so, and I hope they're emotionally ready and physically ready, because if they are, I really think that this is a program that was built finally to win a national championship. And, you know, they beat Alabama before in a bowl game. In fact, Tom Brady beat them. So I don't think we're afraid of Alabama to play them. I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't wish for that. But let's see what happens Friday. It'll be an interesting New Year's Eve, because normally, you know, I try to go out and maybe have dinner or something. No, I'm home. I'm home for this one. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit in my den. I'm going to have all my stuff ready. And if people want to come over and share a drink and watch the game, I'm fine with that. But just game on.
Rudy's house. Yeah, I got some extra festivities from the suites at the New Mexico Bowl. I might be able to bring by too. I'll bring by my sleigh.
Bars open, BYOB, and let's go blue.
I got that. Yeah.
Appreciate everything. It's been one of the wildest years that I can remember.
Since
the ups,
last year.
the downs, the
You
good times,
ain't
the bad
lying.
times, but we've had family and friends through all of it, and that's what's really important. And Jeff, you know, you're one of my good friends, so I just wanted to wish you the best, and I'll see you next year.
Happy New Year, Rudy. Enjoy that big party. So party at Rudy's house. Bring your own booze.
We're making prime rib.
Damn, dude. Where do I go? Oh, wait, I'm going to be. You know where I got New Year's Eve? I got reservations at Mahe and Seal Beach for dinner.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I've never been there, but it sounds awesome.
It's one of my favorite sushi spots, period, on the planet, right there on the water in Seal Beach. So that could be good. I mean, I'll send you pictures if you want.
I would love that.
Yeah, it's actually a good spot. Boy, what would I have done? Not that you invited me. You just told me you're making prime rib. He invited me. So I guess I'd go over there.
Like start at our house.
Bring my sleigh.
Just bring your sleigh everywhere you go.
Yeah. Jerry Palm's coming up next. We'll talk with him from CBSSports.com. I'm going to move the read here so we have time with Jerry. You cool with that?
Yes, of course.
All right, it's the opening drive. Glad you're with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at FiestaSubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at FiestaSubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back.
610-888-922-0610. Brought to you by Kwan's Auto Care Collision and Repair. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I love the smell of Napalm in the morning. Was it the same movie? I love the smell of napalm in the morning and Good Morning Vietnam. Was it both from Good Morning Vietnam?
I don't think so.
It wasn't? No, I think you're probably right. I love it. You're probably right. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, Adrian. We'll get back to your phone calls coming up in a little bit. It is. It's here. Playoffs tomorrow. I think I'm going to watch one of the games on the plane, if I'm not mistaken. Who makes a flight during night? Crazy bowl season continues today. You got 3 games yesterday. Oklahoma, Maryland, and Clemson were winners. You get 4 more today. Let's catch up with
Tennessee, Purdue.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, that's really the one today. And on game day. Good morning, Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com. How you living?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Life's good. You going to the game today?
Yeah, so I apologize in advance for the noise because I'm outside.
Love that.
In Nashville, downtown there. So you might get some background noise, country music, horn honk.
You right there on Broadway? Right.
I'm off of Broadway, but not that far off. Anyway.
Good living down there. All right, Purdue.
You'll get everything but dogs barking, which is the usual background noise.
Purdue plus 7.5. Should I take the points? You like Purdue? I mean, this is big for them today, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. It's a bowl game, right?
Yeah,
so
who the hell knows?
So you never know what they're going to get, but I think it could be a bad one for Purdue because they're really shorthanded. No David Bell, the best receiver in the Big Ten. No George Karlaftis, an All-American defensive end. But beyond that, the Purdue's second-best receivers didn't make the trip. Their top cornerback didn't make the trip. And they just haven't got the kind of depth to overcome losing so many key guys. So, we'll see if Purdue can run the ball. If they can be effective offensively, but I think it's going to have to be, one of those games where Purdue gets in the 40s and, wins 42-41 or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy because everybody's in that boat, it feels like, shorthanded, whether it's the COVID or whether it's, opt-outs or transfer portal. Jerry, this has been the most bizarre week. And I said, when we played our game, I'm glad we played New Mexico Bowl, the PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl when we did, because you could see this coming. When the Arizona Bowl shut down and Sun Bowl took Central Michigan, I felt really bad. And I thought, gosh, it doesn't get any worse than that. And I felt for Kim Adair, who runs that game. the Holiday Bowl happened, and I'm like, there's just no way. Like, this is, it doesn't get any worse, right? I mean, this is, tell me this is as bad as it gets, and at some point we figure out how to do this.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the variant of COVID is relentless. It's highly contagious. It's less dangerous. But that doesn't mean it's not dangerous. And certainly, if you're not vaccinated, you know, then you've got a higher risk of severe problems from it. But you know, you just don't know what the vaccination status is of these teams and these players. And you know, like I said, it's highly contagious. So one guy gets it, and you've got 25 unvaccinated guys. They're either going to get it or their contact trace out, and that's what happens. And then all of a sudden, you can't field a team. So, you know, I don't know what to do. It's going to do what it does, but, you know, until players start getting vaccinated and to the point where they're either not getting it or they're vaccinated well enough to not get contact rates out, then, you know, that's all you can do. But we're seeing it in basketball, too. You know, I mean, the bowl games, we've had 5 bowl games canceled and 2 had to pick up new opponents, so are not playing their original matchup. But in basketball, as of this morning, I had a list of 101 teams in college basketball that either had their most recent games canceled or postponed due to COVID problems within their own team, or their next game canceled or postponed. 101 teams with current COVID problems. So, you know, and some are coming off that list every day, but more seem to be going on. That's 28% of college basketball dealing with a COVID issue of some kind or another. So, you know, we'll see. But usually those teams end up, you know, the ones that they can't play, usually can't play for like a week and a half or 2 weeks.
That's right. Now,
maybe the new CDC guidelines will shorten that, you know. But the ACC is the only one to adopt those so far that I'm aware of.
Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, is with us on the opening drive this morning, live from Nashville.
Jerry, did Bob Stoops just invent a new career, just Bob Stoops, bowl game coach?
Well, I don't know if he wants a career at that. You know, I don't know if he'd do it anywhere but Oklahoma. But what fun that was for him, huh? You know, to get a chance to coach one game. You know, that there's no pressure because it's a bowl game, and you know, it's not like you got to keep your job because you're not keeping your job. So
they gave it away.
Yeah, so it's you know, it's about as relaxed an atmosphere you could probably have in that situation. So you might see other schools try and do that kind of thing with former coaches, beloved former coaches, but you know, that might have also just been kind of catching lightning in a bottle.
Jerry Palm, CBS Sports, joining us on the opening drive. All right, let's get into the college football playoff. Cincinnati, Alabama. How do the Bearcats stay in this game in the second half?
They stay in the game by making the Alabama offense uncomfortable. You know, pressure on the quarterback. They have a very good secondary. They need to play really well, force some turnovers, you know, get some short fields, and then control the ball on offense to keep the Alabama offense off the field. So that's the best case scenario. That's, you know, easier said than done. But this is a really good team. I mean, they've got NFL-level players on each level of their defense. So it's not like, you know, they're running in there, you know, with I mean, they're going to have a lot less talent than Alabama because there's really only maybe 2 or 3 other teams that don't have a lot less talent than Alabama. So, you know, it's a disadvantage. That's why they're a 2-touchdown underdog. But, you know, we've seen Alabama, you know, dominate Georgia the last time out. And that's like, you know, peak Alabama. And then we have seen, like, the game before that really struggle with their offensive line against Auburn. And their offensive line hasn't been top-notch in many of these games this year, in which they have struggled to run the ball. So, you know, it's if they get the Alabama that played Georgia, nobody sees it. If they get the one that played Auburn, they've got a shot.
Now, Jerry, is there the public hangover from watching the Alabama-Georgia game, or do you think this is a real concern for Georgia going up against Michigan?
I think there's a concern for Georgia going up against Michigan because that defense has been solved. Now, it got solved by a really good team, you know, a much better offensive team than Michigan's going to provide. And Michigan's offense isn't bad, but still, this is a very good defense. And Michigan's defense is pretty good too. They're not Georgia, but very few are. But these two defenses are going to go toe-to-toe, but for me, this game is going to come down to the Michigan offensive line, which is, I think, the best in the country. In fact, they got the award, right? The Joe Moore Award for the best offensive line against Georgia's defensive line. And if Michigan's offensive line can win that battle, I think they're going to win the game, and if they can't, they'll lose. I think that's the key to the whole game for Michigan is their offensive line winning the battle with Georgia.
Are we headed for Georgia, Alabama again? I mean, that's kind of what the world seems to think, huh?
I don't know. I pick Michigan.
Do you?
Okay. Yeah. Part of that is, obviously, I just said I think their offensive line can win the battle. But the other thing is, I think their offense is a little more creative and their quarterback is better. And I think that will serve Michigan well against this defense. I think Michigan's defense is not going to get, a Georgia offense that is really flexible and creative. I think you can scout them a little easier and defend them easier. They're still good, but part of the reason why Georgia's good, that Georgia defense forces a lot of turnovers, gives them short fields, or gets a lot of 3-and-outs, and they get the punt, and they're midfield all the time. Well, if Michigan can, make them go 80 yards on them, I think that a Georgia offense is going to have problems.
Cincinnati have a chance?
They do, but like I said, if Alabama plays the way they played against Georgia, no, but nobody has a chance. It's not just Cincinnati.
Yeah. I just look at it and I say, Nick Saban, I'm giving him all this time to go do what he's got to do. I want Cincinnati to play because you know how we feel in this market, in this league, about the quote unquote little guys, the group of five. And I understand they're going to the Big 12, but this is a big day for the group of fives, isn't it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, because Cincinnati's representing them. Good, bad, or indifferent. The fact that they're playing Alabama, the most talented team, the team that before the season everybody thought was the best, and now they end the season number one. Despite the fact they're playing Alabama, if Cincinnati loses by 20, everybody's going to say they didn't belong.
Right.
And that's crap. Because that could have happened to anybody they put at number 4, and it might happen to whoever plays them in the second game, too.
Listen, I've been saying this for so long. Go look at the history of this round, of the semifinal round of the CFP. I think there's been 3 good games in 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama's blown out Oregon, and Alabama's blown out Ohio State, and look, really good programs have gotten blown out. I'm not telling you Cincinnati is, but if they do, your point has got to be 100% right. It could have happened to anybody. It doesn't mean they didn't belong.
If they play them better than Georgia did in the SEC title game, then everybody's got to shut up about Cincinnati.
Please.
I don't care if Georgia plays them again or not.
Yeah.
You know. So,
what's your
but that could happen to Cincinnati. I mean, and it's because Alabama's that good.
What's your favorite bar in Nashville?
Ooh. We were in one last night to watch the Purdue basketball game called the Corner Pub.
Okay.
And it's a couple of blocks off of Broadway. It's not really a dive bar or anything, which we tend to prefer dive bars, but it's hard to find those around here. But it was a cool place, and they were very accommodating to the Purdue fans that flooded that place to watch the basketball game. Our waiter says to us at one point, we have normally like 10 people total in here at this time on a Wednesday, and there's like 100 Purdue fans in the bar.
Boilermakers making
they were
his
great.
Day. Yeah. Is it Tootsie's, the one kind of down the street and across from the arena with the rooftop bar? We ended up there, I think, every night. Yeah,
I think that we walked by that this morning. Yeah. They have a rooftop bar. You're right.
We hit a bunch of spots, but for whatever reason, always ended up on the rooftop there. I don't think you can go wrong in that town. I mean, we didn't find a bad
some of it's crowded and some of it's a bit, tourist trappy, but
so what?
But a lot of places are really good, and I just feel like if you don't have fun here, it's your own fault.
100%. That's one of the most fun towns in America. All right, thank you for taking 10 minutes out of your fun and
no problem.
hanging out with us. Happy New Year. JJ will be with you next week. I'm going to be off, but I'll catch up with you the week after. JJ will hit you next week. Safe travels to you, and enjoy the celebration.
Happy New Year to you too. Thanks.
See you, Jerry Palm, CBS Sports. I mean, if you don't, he's right. If you don't have fun in Nashville, that's on you. I love the dive bar.
It's been a while since the OD has been on location.
Nashville?
I'm thinking we might have to have a CFP trip in the future. Meet up with Jerry Palm at the CFP.
I met up with him. I was telling Anne Marie in New Orleans 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I would love that.
This year would have been the year it would have been in your town. Well, kind of soon. One day.
Which one?
Well, that's a fair point. Indianapolis. I think that's a great call. I think it's a
Sounds
great
like a
plan. Maybe we make that plan for next year. Can I tell you? I'll tell you a dive bar story at this national championship game when we come back. Is that
I'm
right?
very excited. I love a good dive bar.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at FiestaSubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at FiestaSubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Basketball, the women and the men both go off this weekend. Jeff, fitty. I don't know. JJ's leaving today. You're going to beautiful Boise, aren't you? To call a little women's basketball tomorrow?
We're leaving on a jet plane.
Don't know when I'll be back again.
And the odds are 50-50. Yeah.
50-50.
Until they step on that court and that man or woman wearing that referee jersey throws up the basketball.
Yep. All right, 2460610. You want my dive bar story from national championship game? Whatever year it was the Tebow year, Florida, Oklahoma. We were in Miami. Carrie and I we were at South Beach. We were on a business trip. We check in and we're looking for a dive bar. We didn't want to hit the trendy South Beach spots. Concierge says, go down to that corner, make a left, 2 blocks up, Ted's Hideaway. I'm like, what? All right, kind of weird. Ted's Hideaway. And we go, and there it was right on the corner. Ted's Hideaway. Sketchy little dive bar full of locals. It was awesome. So ends up we had 2 tickets for the national championship game that somebody was using that they didn't make the trip, so we're trying to get rid of. We're trying to sell. And so Kerry's like, I got this, and he's on his BlackBerry at the time, and he's making calls all over the country, and the number was about $800, and then he calls this ticket broker, and the guy's like, is this Kerry? And he's like, what? He knew the guy on the other end. Hey, the prices are dropping, blah blah blah, and we're in this bar, Marie, for, I'm not gonna lie to you, 5 hours drinking constantly. Okay, just going. We're having a bunch of beers. I make one call. I said, I got him sold. I got our number. He's like, shut up. About half hour later, this sketchy dude walks in wearing a wife beater, skinny little dude, all tatted up, looking around. Our eyes, he's like, you got the ticket, whatever. Pulls out a wad of hundos, like about 4 inches thick, peels off as many as we needed. And Kerry's pissed because he did all the work, and then I made one call and I sold the tickets. And he says, how do I know those aren't fake? And the guy's like, how do I know the tickets aren't fake? And they ran the hundreds under the little light and whatever. And so we got our number, and here's yours, here's mine, whatever. We had 2 tickets we had to sell. And so we're there, I'm not lying to you, 5 hours. We're buying people drinks. And I said, dude, I got this tab. We're going to go down. The tab was like $65 at this dive bar in South Beach. I'm like, what? And so I doubled, because they took care of us. And so I doubled whatever. We left her $130, and we went down the street, and we go to one of these hoity-toity, trendy South Beach places, and we got some shrimp and 2 beers. And Carrie's like, I got this one, and it was $90 for the 2 shrimp cocktails and a couple of beers and whatever else we had. He's like, bleep and bleep, like, how the hell? But Ted's Hideaway is your spot at South Beach. It's a little dive bar in the corner.
Noted.
because I'm a big dive bar guy too.
Love dive bars. Yeah. You meet the best people.
Sebastian Noel's good people. He's coming up when we come back. We're going to talk. I'll bet Sebastian probably loves a dive bar, don't you think? You know Seabass a little bit? You like the dive bars or you like the trendy spots? I'm a dive bar guy. Love the dive bars. You want me to find you one in Boise for tonight? I got a guy.
Sure.
I'll make
well,
a call.
If I can make it there.
I got people everywhere. I'll make a call for you. You want one in Indianapolis? I got a guy. Talk high school sports next. It's the opening drive. Oh, I found my phone. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about. That's why I support this company, because they care about the people of New Mexico.
A hole in your roof or a whole new roof?
Go Lobos!
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever, no one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all. For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
This is the opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cimbietta, and J.J. Buck.
All right, I'm working on it for you. My guy in Boise says, here are a few places, and I'm waiting for the list to come through for you for dinner tonight. Got a note from Howard. He says, no way, Diane and I and a few other people drank at Ted's Hideaway for 5 hours when we were there for Thursday Night Football a few weeks ago. Huh?
Look at that.
The Dive Bar. I'm just telling you. I should probably find you a good dive bar in Boise, too. Opening drive, Jeff Cimbietta, J.J. Buck. We'll get back to your phone calls in a little bit.
They could sponsor our CFP trip.
Who, Ted's Hideaway? Ted's Hideaway? You know what? That's where we should do the show. I promise
Yes!
you. I mean, I promise you.
All right.
Yes.
Talk to the boss.
All right, we got good hoops going on. Let's talk to the boss. Let's start going for next year. 2460610. We'll get back to you in a little bit. You got great high school stuff going on. Let's wrap up the year. Sebastian Noel covers high school sports as well as anybody in the state. He is the voice of ProView Networks. And are you a dive bar guy, or are you kind of more of a trendy spot guy?
Oh, dive bar to the max.
100%, right?
And isn't every bar in Boise a dive bar?
I imagine. Yeah, I'm trying to think. In Boise. Yeah, no, actually, there was one good dive bar I did find in Boise, too. Yes. Oh, that's my guy. I got a guy. Everybody's got a guy. But yeah, you're a dive bar guy, huh?
Oh, yeah, to the max.
All right. We got good hoops going on. How you living? You good? Have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was great. Great hoops time around the holidays is always a lot of fun.
You get Santa Fe and Rio Rancho coming up in that Rio Rancho tournament final. How about the buzzer beater? Wyckoff with the walk-off the other day for Hope. I thought that was terrific to beat Sandia. You've had some great games out there.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament. There's always a nice field in the tournament, and Espanola Valley. We've had a chance to see Espanola in person as well in that tournament. But, yeah, Hope, slowly building some confidence as they head towards district. They're in that really tough district with Del Norte and Valley. And, Champion will probably come out of that district unless Espanola has something to say about it. But, Sandia is just spinning its wheels right now. That's a team that they need to get their full roster back on the floor and gain confidence. I don't know if they can still do it. I know I mentioned them early as a contender, right? But, man, they're searching for an identity right now.
Sebastian, just your takeaways from the teams you've seen this week. Is like anything new, the positives and negatives, just kind of run down what you've seen so far.
I think Espanola Valley can win the state championship in 4A, no doubt about it. Now, I think their chances may have taken a big hit yesterday or 2 days ago in the first round of that tournament. One of their big guys, Ollie Fell, he got a technical late in the game, which counted as his fifth foul. He fell out. Something happened after the game, and apparently he's been dismissed from the team. Wow. So that's a huge hit when you dismiss a guy that's 6'6", a contributor. And, so more to come there, because usually when you know how it is up north, when someone gets dismissed from the team, that's not always the end of the story. So more to come there, maybe, I don't know. But I think with or without him, Espanola is a really good team. I think Rio Rancho's starting to find themselves. And you see Hope going in the right direction. So this is kind of the time of the year, right, where the teams that are playing in the tournament, you can see where they're headed. And the teams that aren't playing, you really don't know what they're going to look like until the Metro tournament.
Sebastian Noel, ProView Networks, is with us on the opening drive this morning.
So what do we get to wrap up the tournaments? What are the games that people need to be paying attention to in this week?
Well, that championship that Jeff mentioned, obviously between Rio Rancho and
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe is huge because Santa Fe, that's a rematch. And I think Santa Fe is starting to find themselves. They got off to this really hot start where they maybe weren't playing the greatest basketball, but they're starting to find themselves a little bit, you know. And Coach Cole does such a great job in Santa Fe, so that'll be something to watch. You know, Hobbs just absolutely.
I was just going to ask you about
Cleveland.
Hobbs.
Yeah, and that's kind of the team that everyone's talking about, but none of us have seen them live, right? Because they never get to come to the city, really. But you know, I'm hearing a lot of good things about Hobbs. They got that press that they always run, and they say it's as good as it's been in a few years. And I mean, they just took Cleveland to the woodshed in the championship game, from what I was told. So Hobbs will be a team to watch.
Yeah, it's when Hobbs basketball is good, it feels like everything's better. I know that sounds silly, but just because of the history of this state, when Hobbs is good, there should be something to look out for down south.
No, absolutely. I mean, they're synonymous with basketball. Also, I don't want to leave out Belen. Belen is a team that's really moving in the right direction. They just won the Stu Clark, and they're in a very winnable district, and they're playing some good basketball right now.
Hey, do you have a favorite story? We're not big on lists, and we didn't go back through the year and in this month, and there's a bunch of those, and that's probably why we don't do that. But do you have a favorite or favorites stories, high school sports this year, that stuff that just stands out? And it might be just the fact that we're playing again after coming off what we did a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously huge, just seeing fans again and just the atmosphere. Obviously, Natalia Chavez's buzzer beater,
unbelievable.
High on my list as well.
Always will
all
be.
That game,
yeah, always
right?
will be,
so
yeah.
I kind of will be tied to that moment for a really long time. You know, just Cleveland's dominance in football continuing. I think that's a big story. And I know we talk about Cleveland a lot, but I don't think we really talk about just how dominating they are. And I mean, how long it's been since they've lost and what they've built over there. I mean, there really isn't an end in sight. And that's pretty phenomenal what Coach Ridenour has done over there.
Can I give you mine? Not that you asked,
Yeah,
but since it's my show, I can.
Yes, you can.
The one game I called on ProView Networks all year, the 4A state baseball championship game where Academy came back and the walk-off after they gave up 5 runs in the top of the 7th to come back and score the 3 in the bottom and win that championship against their arch rival was, I mean, a spectacular moment as I saw in high school sports next to the Natalia Chavez shot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I remember watching that. That was an amazing game. So I think the overlying point here, everyone will have a different opinion on what their moment is, but cherish these moments because you don't know when they could shut this down, right? It could happen. I mean, you have to think about that. It has to be in your periphery, you know, with all these bowl games getting canceled, right? We take for granted these. You always talk about it, right? It's a thing that, you know, you need to support in your community, right? We're talking about the New Mexico Bowl now. And you take these things for granted, and they could be gone just like that. So, I mean, where our highlights now is that everything's kind of back to normal or close to normal, but it can turn on its head pretty quickly.
So you're in these gyms every day. You're around it every day. Is that something that's a real concern? Like are people looking over their shoulder and just waiting for this thing to shut down again, whether that means no fans or whether that means no games?
I think the whispers have started, like, hey, you know, this could happen. And I think coaches are really trying not to have that be a talking point. But, I mean, I've heard it in the crowd a little bit. I've heard, you know, I've heard some murmurs, but nothing major yet. But, you know, I think something you got to think about.
Now, Sebastian, what if your takeaway has been just of the last year of what these high school students have done, just their resiliency and their ability to perform with all that's going on?
Amazing, JJ. Great question, by the way. Amazing. I take Clovis, for example, right? And I'm going to use them as the comparison to everyone else. Clovis, their football team and their basketball team absolutely decimated because when the pandemic started, kids either A, moved to Texas, or B, dropped out of school and got jobs. So their athletic programs decimated. You look at here in Albuquerque, we don't see that. So the dedication, you know, I mean, yeah, for these guys to stick with what they're doing and put in the time and the work. I know the kids I've talked to on my show. It's amazing.
I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't realize that a lot of kids were dropping out, going to work. I knew that kids had moved. Was there the kids that moved? Did a lot of them move back? Any of them move back?
Well, in the case of Clovis, no. And I think that's something that we kind of have blinders to here in the big city, Jeff. But in rural areas of New Mexico, especially smaller schools, they lost their athletes probably to working. Right? They started working the farm. They started doing something that people do in rural area. I don't know. There's no Tasty Freeze here, so I don't know what happens in rural America. But, that obviously happened in Clovis and in other rural areas.
I guess it's unbelievable. I guess I didn't realize that. We've talked about all the long-term effects of the COVID, but we've always talked about health and I guess economy. But yeah, you're right. I mean, in a smaller town, what are the opportunities? What are the chances? And I guess these young people, and I want to say young men, but in respect, they're really still kids, had some really serious and still do have some really serious decisions to make.
Yeah, and to add to that, Jeff, and to add to JJ's point, the other big effect of this is college coaches have the easy way out right now of just free agency, i.e. the transfer portal, right? Nothing hurts high school kids more, especially on the fringe kids, right? A coach can just go to the transfer portal, get somebody with a year of experience versus having to find a gem in the rough, right? Like a guy like P.J. Lovato in Santa Fe, where he probably should be playing at the next level, Division II, whatever. But maybe the coach just takes the easy way out and goes transfer portal. This crop of high school athletes will really be hurt by COVID when it comes to recruiting.
It's interesting. All right, my friend, continue the great work. Always appreciate the time. Thank you for the flexibility this week. I think we just ran through your segment yesterday, and we're like, oh, damn, we're supposed to have Sebastian on. And so thank you for your flexibility and coming on today.
Hey, absolutely. Glad to end the year with you guys.
Happy New Year to you. We'll talk to you next year.
That'd be good.
Sebastian Noel. I didn't think of some of that stuff.
Yeah.
The long-term stuff on, what am I doing? Do I go to work? Do I go to school? What am I doing with my life? I think that all that's real. All right, 505-246-0610. It's yours the rest of the way. I'll hit you with what you got us on the text line, on the emails. I don't think I've gotten to many of your emails today. You need to do that. Your final thoughts for the year before you get on a plane and leave to Boise. Did you get the restaurant reservations I sent to your phone?
Yes.
Or the suggestions?
Look into them.
Yeah, I got you some. I got
Might
JJ
need
a
to
list
pack
of stuff.
some snowshoes.
Yeah, well,
But,
it'll be chilly. Yeah. Whatever. It's just, all within the downtown Boise area. I got you a few different.
Parka.
Yeah. Dress warm. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Dream style roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about. That's why I support this company, because they care about the people of New Mexico.
A hole in your roof or a whole new roof?
Go Lobos.
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
And AM 610.
The Sports Animal.
Ron sent me an email. Big news from Nick Nee, or whoever that guy was, Jeffy. Talking about Sebastian. High school athletics could shut down again. At this point, is anybody betting against that happening? I hope not, man. I mean, look, if what happened in Africa is somewhat of a gauge on what's going to happen here, we're in for another 3 to 4 weeks of this surge, and then hopefully it backs down, right? But who knows? I don't know if that's a direct indicator. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Howard, how are you?
Good old Ted Hideaway, huh, Jeff?
So were you staying at the Marriott right there, and you walked down a block and made a left off the water?
We were staying at the best hotel, I think is what it was, right there
Best
on
hotel.
5th, I think it was.
I don't know. All I know is it was like, what, a block or 2 blocks off of the main drag right there on the corner, right?
Yep, that's where it was, and nice little horseshoe bar.
Loved
you
it.
sit in there for about 3-4 hours and drink, and then you decide. Although it doesn't look like you'd have a 5-star rating from the Department of Health, but after 3 or 4 hours of drinking, you go ahead and order something to eat. You know.
Look, we were in there, and I don't know what your bill was, but we were very, very nice with the servers and made a lot of friends in that place. And I just, the biggest thing about that was it was the locals, the people were cool as hell, and the tab was like $65 for, I mean, just making it, we set up camp, for crying out loud. That place was awesome.
That place is seriously awesome. I'll tell you what, we were in there for about 4 or 5 hours ourselves, and it's kind of crazy. It's still a nice temperature in November. It was still like 70 degrees out, even though it was in the nighttime. And got a couple of guys arguing out in front of the bar.
Yeah.
You got a guy inside with his dog, and it's not a service dog. He just got his dog
That's
in
right.
there, you know?
Yep, all the locals, the little leathered skin, a lot of tank tops, and just, it was beautiful. Oh, beautiful.
It was great, man. I tell you what, that was a fun time. Dive bars are a thing that's going away. That's where I met my wife, is in the dive bar, But now, don't question her, her respectability by the fact that we met there. We were playing in a pool league.
I respect her more. I respect her even more. And you.
That's what I was telling A. Marie. When it's on, and it's me and my wife. We're drinking buddies, so we're out. There you go. We talked about the phone thing earlier. I have to have 2 phones, one for work and one for pleasure.
Yeah. Well,
but
it's 2 to lose.
Yep. Hey, Jeff, JJ, are you taking the fam with you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll ring in the new year nice and warm, I hope, and stay out of the cold and enjoy.
Well, you'll be back in time, right? So the game, you'll be
The
back.
2 o'clock game tomorrow.
Yeah, and they're on a charter.
She'll be back, yeah. Yeah, cool. Right on. Well, we're spending it at the Sheraton, where you have the all-inclusive thing. A meal, entertainment, champagne toast, and then a room, so you don't have to drive.
Beautiful. Yep. Just spend a few nights
Happy
at the
New Year,
Sheraton.
everybody. Have a
See
good
you,
one.
Howard. Happy New Year. Dive bars, Hollywood and Vine. We were for Football Bowl Association a few years back. Went with a bunch of people and everything. Oh, let's go to Margaritaville or whatever. Some super hyped, and I'm like, yeah, we're good. And so I looked at Carrie. There was a place right there on Hollywood and Vine, like 5 doors up, and it had one of those old vertical, cocktail sign with like 3 of the letters were out, so it said like Skittles, right? And I'm like, let's go there. And we spent 4 hours in that place and watched dudes fight, and
Have fun.
It was awesome, just awesome. Just that's dive bars, man.
You make more money in dive bars.
Do you?
Bartended in a couple. Yep.
People probably tip you way better, huh?
Mhm.
Because you get to know them, and
Better drinkers.
100%. Yeah, and you probably are able to pour a little stiffer drink, and people tip better for stiffer drinks.
Yeah, even though most my regulars were drinking like Bud Heavies. You know.
Right, you can only pour so much on that.
Right.
I get it. All right, you want me to get through some of these emails?
Let's do it.
Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Bruce says, wreaking havoc, Jeff. The station director gives the little anchorettes and reporterettes the night off because they're running a bowl. Not even sure what that means. You try to recall those people 4 hours before post time during the holiday season when they're out of town to do a newscast because the game has been canceled. Oh, I get it. That's why we're seeing so many stale Larry Barker reruns. I get what you're doing. So he's talking about when the Holiday Bowl got canceled. I didn't see this, but I'm assuming this is what this is. Fox had no newscast scheduled for that night, right? Because they had the Holiday Bowl scheduled, and so nobody was there, and I guess they filled it with old Larry Barker. They had to fill it with something. Yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks for everybody, dude. Everybody's got to make a move. Dan says, my OD New Year's wish list for Ana Maria. That's you, A-Marie. You're Ana Maria.
Can't wait.
Did you know? A headlining comedy gig in a major market so she can blow this dump.
Jeez. I do headline major markets.
Yeah, see? For Juan Jose, his own OD
thank you.
listener emails and legit emails, not about getting an extended car warranty. For Jeffrey, a sold-out New Mexico Bowl in 2022, so
I
he
like
doesn't
it.
have to keep answering questions about local attendance. Thank you, Dan. I mean, I know what I'm going to answer every year. That's fine. HB says, JJ, you and I don't agree on this. He says, it's hard to watch, Jeff. This has been he questions, has this been the worst bowl season ever? A bunch of lousy games with depleted clubs. Normally, I just flip on hoops, but they're the same, canceled or blowouts with late reschedules versus Midway State. Why didn't the Mountain West Conference just pair teams together that both need games? Like telling UNLV, if San Jose State can't go, you're playing the Lobos, and we'll figure out the rest later. Because putting the rest of that later together is now you're not only ripping up this week, you're ripping up next week and the week after and next month. And you have to do everything scheduled on the fly. Rescheduled games. You watched Kansas blow Nevada out last night at all?
No.
I don't know what the final was. But I turned it off with about 8 minutes to go, and they were down by 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just that feels like it's more of a prisoner of the moment take when we're talking about COVID impacts, transfer portals. Because I don't necessarily think that if we went back and started comparing, there's been more blowouts.
No.
This year than there has
There's
been other
some good
years,
games,
and there's
especially
been
the early
some
ones.
really good games.
Yeah, especially the early ones, right? Like our week of games, there were a lot of one-score games. I mean, yesterday, what'd you have? You had, I don't know, Oklahoma and Oregon was a blowout at halftime. Yeah, Maryland beat the living stuffing out of Virginia Tech. Clemson, Iowa State was good.
Like you have that many games, you're going to get a certain number of games that are lopsided one way or the other. But you can run down and talk about how good the other games were. Tuesday was a really good slate of games, even with Wyoming pulling away. But to see a performance like that from Levi Williams, San Diego State, UTSA.
It was a good game.
Army, Missouri.
Good game, right down to the wire.
PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl was very good.
Yeah, we're down to the last 3 minutes. Fumble. Yes. See? Look at you with the
Air Force
Mobile.
Louisville.
Look at you with the PUBG Mobile stuff. Did you download the game yet? Download and play?
No, but I'll make my nephew.
There you go. Make him.
You will play this game.
There was a code on the back of the program, a QR code that you can download some free goodies there.
Oh man,
I'll get you one. I got a few.
Thank you.
of those up. Yeah.
I can't get into the
No,
games.
look, I got it. Everybody's got their thing.
My nephew loves it though.
I've never been a gamer either. Oh, by the way, I don't know why this just rang. I watched the Madden special last night.
Oh.
Have you seen it on Fox?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Watch it.
So good.
Like, just watch it.
I will.
So it's history. Everything we talked about yesterday, and then so much more. But it's a history lesson of him in football, and it was done with him there. So we shot, a bunch of months ago, with him watching what people said about him, and him talking about his career, and him talking about why he did things, why he retired from football, and his wife and his kids, and Troy Aikman and Joe Buck and Melissa Stark and Al Michaels and all these people. Pat Summerall is in the stuff with Pat Summerall. Just watch it. Fox. I caught it on FS1 last night. I know Fox has been running it a bunch. It was so enjoyable to me. So good, and with the timing of his passing this week, watch it. Just a suggestion for you, but I think you and I love those long format. This is an ESPN 30 for 30, but I mean Fox does a great job with them. HBO does. I mean, so many people do a great job with these long form documentaries. If you catch it, search it, DVR it, but put that on your priority. Like that's especially with the timeliness of it, that will be a worthwhile watch for you. I thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, 505-246-0610. We are not here tomorrow, so this is our final show of the year. If you want to get in, please do. Your emails are coming in. Oh, we got a hoe today.
Next segment.
A Thursday.
Thursday. Last hoe of 2021.
That's so good. That's like a New Year's hoe. All right, so we'll do that as well. The demand for security for homes and businesses in this town increases every day. You know that. And you add to that the fact that some security businesses are changing the rules for their current customers, and those customers have been calling Aaron Jones and IPS. So Aaron needs more officers. If you are retired law enforcement, you're former military, you've got security experience, IPS needs you now. You will work for a company who is passionate about stopping crime, protecting homes, businesses, and families, and making Albuquerque a better place to live. The number to call is 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420, or you can visit ipsglobal.com. You can fill out an application online, and you will get world-class training and protect and serve your community. If you want home security, business security, call IPS. They have watched my home for years. You go out of town, they're by there every day. They're doing outside checks. If there's a package delivered, they pick it up. A couple of weeks ago, I was staying at the hotel for the New Mexico Bowl week. My brother was staying in my home. Somehow he left the garage door open. 3:20-something in the morning, our phones are ringing. My phone, the house phone. They came by. They saw the garage door was open. They stood out there until my brother went down, and he closed the door. That's what they do. They patrol. They look out for you. I'm glad I got IPS. I have been for years. I know you will be as well. Don't wait to be a victim. Call IPS. Protect what's important to you. 505-897-2420. That's 505-897-2420, or visit ipsglobal.com.
Telling it like it is.
The Cowboys.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From the laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
At 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Should I get another kicker? Greg Joseph playing in the cold on Sunday night? Probably. Yeah.
You almost beat your record.
Almost?
4 seconds.
Bleeping.
That was strong, though.
New Year's ho.
Happy
New
Ho
Ho.
Nears.
Happy New Ho. Happy Hopi New Year. Hopi New Year.
Hopi
I think
New
it's Hopi New Year. All right.
Year.
Oh, I got a headache. I kind of got
Get you.
no oxygen in my head. Happy New Year, too. So do I need a new kicker, by the way?
I'm sorry, you have Greg Joseph?
Yeah, it's going to be like no degrees.
It's going to be like a lot of running.
Yeah, but like I might need a kicker, bro. Or part-time.
Does it even matter?
Well, I mean, it's only playing for the toilet bowl. What? So we do a
The
consolation.
Lysol bowl?
Yeah, for the rest of those of you idiots who didn't make the playoffs, you can play for a couple $100. Here's a toilet bowl. I mean, a couple hundred points. Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. 505-246-0610 in the village of Pecos, the village of champions. Grady. Hello, sir.
Hoeing dive bar aficionados of the OG and the AM.
You a dive bar guy, or you like the trendy spots?
Oh, I love a good divey local joint.
Yep.
You know, whenever we travel, and we don't necessarily get out too much here recently, but whenever we always make it a point to go to a place that we can't go to at home. So whether that's eating or drinking or what have you. So yeah, that's definitely the
Well, it's
kind
like
of spot I
everywhere
like.
in Pecos, man. I mean, like you can't go to the Cheesecake Factory or Hooters in Pecos.
Well, when I say I mean New Mexico.
Okay.
In the greater sense of things, but you know, it's always good to hear my guy Sebastian Noel and you know, given the roundup of the high school sports, and I'll tell you, the Panthers went up to Vegas in the Stu Clark and over the holidays, and unfortunately we came home with a stocking full of L's, and you know, we got so many of them. We'll have a few to hand out a little bit later on, but
we're giving them back.
Exactly. But you know,
I'm re-gifting these damn things.
those L's don't only stand for losses, man. They also stand for lessons. And it's one of those things where you find out what you need to work on, you find out what you're good at, and quite frankly, you find out what you're not good at, and hopefully they can take those lessons and turn them around and learn and be better. And that's kind of the theme of the way I even look at 2021, man. A lot of us had a lot of lessons, and some of us had lessons learned the hard way, and you know, some of us just had lessons that we didn't even know we needed to learn or we even wanted to learn. So it's one of those things where I hope that we can all take those lessons, good, bad, and indifferent, and just be a little bit better at what we do, a little bit better at who we are, and just, you know, maybe we can turn the corner on this whole pandemic thing and maybe make a positive turn, you know, come Saturday. You know what I mean? So that's definitely where I'm thinking, and you know, as always, very appreciative of what you guys do. You guys do a great job, and you know what, man? Let's hit the ground running and find all the dive bars and all the hoeing that we can do, and let's make this bad boy a good one. Merry New Year.
Merry New Year. Be well.
Appreciate the time.
See ya. I mean, when you live in Pecos, right? I mean, get out of town like Hooters and I don't know. Do they have a Wendy's there?
I don't know.
They
Wendy's, that was really random.
It was really random. Taco Cabana?
Dion's?
Dion's. You have a
Golden Pride?
Seriously. Yeah, seriously. We take. What's your favorite New Mexican? Is it Dion's? Everybody loves them some Dion's. Is
You know
it
what's
Golden
weird?
Pride?
Ever since I moved back, I don't even go to those places anymore. Isn't that weird? Like now that I live here.
You don't go to those places? Like,
Not
all
anymore.
right, with all due respect, like I hit Dion's regularly for lunch. Okay, it's down the street. I call it in. I go through the drive-through. Like their Dion salads and subs are, to me, terrific.
I have my new favorite pizza place in Albuquerque.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Rumor Pizza.
Okay.
It's down here.
All right.
And Holmes Pizza.
Golden Pride, for whatever reason, and I say it's quick. I mean, the lines at Golden Pride are just ridiculous, but I hit it all the time too. Do you have a New Mexican spot you hit? Like New Mexico? Is it Blake's? Is it Golden Pride? Is it Dion's? Like
thinking restaurants, Dion's, Sadie's.
Ooh, Sadie's. Yeah, Sadie's a good one.
Yeah, Sadie's terrific. That's where the PUBG Mobile people went for dinner on Friday night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they hit the Sadie's. Dion's is terrific. Like as far as salads, sandwiches, subs.
I love
pizza,
the subs.
Yeah, their subs are unbelievable. Yeah.
And the green chili ranch changed the game. I get my ham and pineapple pizza and green chili ranch, and I eat a whole pizza.
I don't know what their deal is with the ranch dressing. And do you buy into it? Because I think it's legit. Their ranch dressing is phenomenal. But my buddy in Vegas, he send me 8 bottles. And I'll send him 8 bottles of ranch dressing at a time. Like he says, I've tried every ranch dressing. Yeah, I don't know why 8. And like one green chili ranch. He's like, all right, I'll try it. But yeah, the ranch dressing is. Oh, look at I got game
Got
on.
bowl games
I
on.
got Duke's Mayo Bowl. Duke's Mayo Bowl.
You see the quotes from these coaches, by the way,
about getting soaked in Duke's Mayo.
Oh.
No, I didn't see it.
So
I'd rather have Gatorade, I think.
Idaho potato bowl, Dump's fries.
French fries.
Oh.
Saw the Cheez-Its yesterday.
Saw the Cheez-Its.
They did the Cheez-Its. Should we do green chili? Should we have a bucket of green chili?
Oh, ouchie.
Burn. To get in your eyes.
That would suck.
And you could do like just a red chili pods.
No, then that would hurt. Like, because if you get that stuff on your fingers or anywhere in your skin,
The dry eyes.
oh, it's the worst.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your idea.
How can we assault the coaches after the PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl?
Yeah,
so they asked, Shane Beamer, introducing him as the South Carolina head coach.
Yep.
No one knew who that was.
Nope.
And for Mac Brown in North Carolina.
Yep.
They asked him, hey, would you get mayo poured on you? Shane said, I'm not a big mayonnaise guy. I mean, I'll gladly take one for the team if that means we won a football game, but woof. So he's like, we win, whatever. Mac Brown is all about, he doesn't care what happens. He says, if we won a game, I'd let someone hit me in the face with a frying pan. I don't care.
Really?
What?
That may happen.
So watch out for the frying pan if North Carolina wins.
It's just mayo, dude.
That
It's
man
not getting hit.
cares about bowl games. You get to hit me in the face with a frying pan.
So
And
funny.
someone's going to take you up on that offer.
And that's my fear. Is someone's going to take it. Well, he said. I mean, it's not assault.
said,
he said. I mean,
oh,
somebody.
boy.
I mean, I'm someone.
Take the mayo.
Take the mayo.
Mayo seems a lot less painful.
Yes.
I mean, you just got to change your clothes, right? Gatorade and water dries. The mayo is just going to be. Grady said, by the way, funny, we always, in capital letters, go to Golden Pride when we come to Albuquerque. See? Always. Golden Pride's the bomb. Do you go to Golden Pride at all? The number 2?
It's not high on my list.
I used to live forever as a kid, but now I don't.
All right.
Bocadillos, too. Have you guys been to Bocadillos?
Yeah, Bocadillos is delicious.
Their
That's
burritos are
terrific.
so good.
Yeah, their sandwiches are terrific, too.
Yeah.
No,
Wait, don't you have a burrito place near here? We still haven't
Yeah,
tried.
Papa Frank's. Still
Okay,
my favorite.
I gotta try it.
Yeah. It's
I'm on it.
I'll bring you over there. I'll
Papa
introduce
Frank's.
you to Joey and Priscilla.
Okay,
They're
Papa
great.
Frank. It's right by here, right?
It's right here, dude.
Okay.
Right here. I'll bring
It's
you
just
in.
too early when we want to
Yeah.
come in.
No, they open at 7.
Okay.
All right, you want to take the final break of the
Ooh,
year?
maybe tomorrow I'll do it.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Because we ain't working.
We ain't working. We ain't working. Tell them I said hey.
I will.
You want to take the final break of the year? I mean, of the year, dude. Of the year. All right, we're doing it, whether you want to or not. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Hi, I'm Joe with Everguard Roofing and Solar, and I'm proud to say I'm standing next to our University of New Mexico Lobo football quarterback, Terry Wilson. We at Everguard Roofing and Solar are active in our community, and we love the Lobos.
What I love about Everguard Roofing and Solar is their commitment to excellence, and that's what I'm all about. That's why I support this company, because they care about the people of New Mexico.
A hole in your roof or a whole new roof?
Go Lobos.
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of Pro V Sports.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network.
The Sports Animal.
Bowl game's underway. The Duke's Mayo Bowl is going. You get gator and cotton and orange, and but we get all kinds of good stuff. That's tomorrow. Today, I've got, 4 of them today? I get Vegas tonight, don't I? Looking forward to that one. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, Adrian, All Lang Syne.
Yeah, isn't this a New Year's song?
Yeah, it is.
I thought that'd be a little ring.
No, I get it. I see what you did. I
Getting
appreciate your
creative.
attention to the detail. It's very good. It's very good. So we're just grilling at your house and bring your own booze at your house too?
Yeah, we got a lot of bourbon.
That's good.
Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, good old Maker's Mark.
Yeah, got bottles.
Bottles on bottles.
You
Some
won't have
prime
to-
rib.
You won't have to go out and what's that with that commercial? Let's get Drizzly.
I don't like going out on New Year's.
No, I'm with you.
And maybe just
amateur
being
hour.
in New York. Oh my gosh.
No, it's amateur hour.
It is amateur hour.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get loaded at home with friends and
Do your
have
thing.
good food.
I'm right there with you.
And watch
No,
sports.
It's amateur night. It is.
And then you go out and you get dressed up and you pay like all this money for an open bar and then you can't even get a drink.
Yes.
Places are just packed.
Yes, it's like open mic night. It's just not that
Yeah.
good. It's just not that good. Terry, what are the plans for New Year's? What are you doing?
Oh, I have such an exciting life.
Sounds
me,
like
the wife, the dogs, Yeah. In my old age, it's probably been 35 years since I've been out on New Year's Eve and all that. But happy New Year's Eve to all of you. Start off, obviously, A-Marie, you. Like I said, thank Kyle for his service. Give Baloo big hugs. JJ, happy New Year's to you, your wonderful wife, and Austin. And Happy New Year to you, Jeff, and Addie, and your wonderful mom. And she can get ready. Pitchers and catchers report here in about a month, so she should be ready to take care of the Dodgers. For the kids, when they make an appearance, it ranks Dion, Golden Pride, and Weck.
Wex. That's another one. That's a very good one.
Wex.
Very good one.
Yeah.
Very good one.
Yeah. We my kids grew up with Art's kids, and so we do it. And Doug, the original owner,
Doug
long
Weckerly.
stories, but great fruit and all that. From that standpoint, because Kansas, they don't know what green chili is. So we went back there one time, and my wife asked one of the Firehouse subs, do you have green chili? And it's like the stairs when I bring up old stuff that A-Marie and JJ go, what's he talking about? And so they get home, they got to have a green chili fix big time and all that. But and again, Happy New Year to the Hall of Fame guys. And Happy New Year to my fellow role players. We chip in a little bit, but the Hall of Fame holds it. Dad, our loss of Lance. I miss Jeffrey. I hope he's doing well. We didn't get any tennis updates. I don't know if he moved away. It was nice to hear from Adolf. Hadn't heard from him in a long time. But to all of them for keeping the show going. It's wonderful that way. Dive bars. Oh, again, JJ and A-Marie will get that look. Back in the 80s, I could know a good dive bar because they had those little bowling machines. I don't know, Jeff, if you ever came across them, but it was the one where it was little, almost like a bocce ball, and you knew if they had one of them, it was a good place to hang, and obviously reasonable drinks and things, but that goes back way long ago. It wasn't necessarily a dive bar, but Skybox up on Tramway.
Love Skybox. Yeah, Rick. When I moved up there, Rick, the owner, was my next door neighbor at Skybox.
Oh,
yeah. Loved that place.
We get hat trick burgers. My son go off and play the video games. It was actually one of the first events. Technically, I don't know if it was the Sports Animal, but it was the infant days of the show, and technically changed it. But they held a March Madness up there back in 94, 95.
Good spot.
But that was. Loved the hat trick burgers and all that from there, and it was a fun place to be.
There was two stop signs from the house.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I liked that.
We're more. We're a whole mile away. So, but still, we would do that. So, you guys have a wonderful time. And I told A-Marie, don't pull a Michael Collins on her when you do your road trip. Don't leave her up in the spaceship. Make sure you all three get to go, and Bobcat or somebody else can hold down the fort. And I mean, that would be great to see on YouTube. You three having a nice trip out there and hitting it hard. But you guys be safe. Looking forward to the new hose next year. Always nice to start a year with a fresh hoe. So
no doubt.
You guys be safe. Love the show. Take
Happy
care.
New Year.
Bye-bye.
Need a new hoe to start the year.
New hoe.
Yeah. Skybox, now that I think about it, was one stop sign away.
I had someone on the text line saying, pour tortillas on the winning
I
coach.
got that. Yeah, I just saw that. Poor tortillas. And he said Dion's Ranch is just Hidden Valley. I don't think that's right.
Fling them like Frisbees.
You like tortillas on the winning coach?
Boom.
Salsa?
Smack.
Bob's Burger on Central and Atrisco.
Very specific.
Bob's?
Something special about
Close
that
to the front.
That particular
Close to Golden
Bob.
Pride. Well, obviously Frontier.
Yeah.
Garcia's. Garduño's.
So Garcia's, I love me some Garcia's.
Monroe's.
Garcia's always been kind of my go. So the night I moved to Albuquerque, the night we rolled in, my dad took me.
I remember that night.
Do you remember that?
Big parade.
Yeah, no, it was huge.
You were there,
remember
JJ?
After that parade.
He came out of the sun.
That's right. No, rolled in on a gigantic float. My dad took me to the Garcias on Wantabo and Comanche. And Addie and I kind of grew up there. She was super finicky eater when when she was young, and there were like 3 places. It would be Dion's, or Mario's.
Oh yeah, Mario's another good one.
Mario's. It would be Mario's and Garcia's, and she would just get beans. I'm like, really, kid? When are you going to start? Now she eats. But yeah, Garcia. I've had some great meals. No, a couple misses at Garcia's, but I'm a big Garcia's fan. All right, you jerks have a great and safe holiday weekend. Go Lobos. Love Mud.
Mud.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mud.
Ho. That one's from Tommy the Truth. I know that phone number on the text line.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Do you? Do you have that one down yet?
I do.
All right. When you guys sit here on Monday or on Tuesday or whenever the hell you get back.
When do we come back?
It's not my problem.
Okay, just kidding. Jay, you let me know. JJ, you decide. You're the boss.
Do you guys get Monday off or just
no?
No,
I
Friday.
don't know.
All right. So when you come back, who's the national championship game going to be?
Ooh.
You're going to be talking about a national championship game coming up the following Monday, and it's going to be who?
Michigan, Alabama.
Ooh, you
Agreed.
got Michigan over Georgia, huh?
Me too.
All right.
Me too. Are you taking notes?
I think it's going to be Georgia, Alabama. And it kills me to say. I just don't want it to be. I'm going to be rooting hard the other way on both those games because I'm kind of over the SEC. I think most of America outside of the SEC is. By the way, the SEC is winning in the Dukes Mayo Bowl. They're beating the ACC. South Carolina's up 7-0 and has the ball against North Carolina. Dukes Mayo. Have you ever had Dukes Mayo?
No.
What makes Dukes Mayo different than any other mayo?
I am not a fan of mayo.
Oh. I've never had it.
Yeah, nor have I. Just curious. All right. Lobo basketball at Nevada. Theoretically. What?
Nothing.
Am I wrong with the theoretically?
No,
I mean, is that
no.
like if I'm saying something? I mean, I'll correct. Theoretically, on Saturday, you guys convene on Monday. Are they 1-0? Are they 0-1? Nevada got beat last night at Kansas 88-61. There was one league game last night. Air Force. How about Air Force beating Utah State?
Clune Arena.
The Clune
Gloom.
They beat Utah.
Utah State couldn't hit a shot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Clank, 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 clank. Clune Arena.
All right, 49-47. Lobos win, Lobos lose at Nevada.
Tune in Saturday to find out.
All right. Thanks to Sebastian Noel and Jerry Palm. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Coward after that. 2 Men On will follow that. And then Trulio's on. We're not in tomorrow. Have a great, safe, happy New Year. Adrian, thanks for all the work this year. See you in the new year. Happy New Year to you. A. Marie, have a great, safe, happy New Year.
Thank you.
Big day today? You're getting on an airplane going to Boise, aren't you?
Huge day.
Safe travels. Listen to JJ tomorrow from Boise with Lady Lobos. Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Happy New Year.
Be good to each other, please. Have a great, safe New Year. And be kind, loving, and caring, and sharing.
People's flowers for the holidays.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at FiestaSubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at FiestaSubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Kylie Ottman bodies that ball. Ava Love, wide open bucket. She drifts through the air and knocks it home. So
out of the corner, no. Nora with the rebound, quickly gets it ahead to Louise. In transition, the left-hand layup is good for Luciano Webster.
oh, Lyra Corona, she has a chance to change that story. She does.
Diaz now with the ball. It's a three-point lead. Montoya, she tries to equalize. Boom! Olivia Montoya with her second three ball of the second half.
There's an assist from half court on the inbounds pass.
That's a long shot. The laser shot. Holy cow. Defense closes down quickly. Garcia Romero for two.
With the rebound here, Benjamin.
Throw it up.
He's going to throw it up to his big fella, and his third dunk of the night. Hey, remember, Greg Brown doesn't have any timeouts. So they get it into Hill. Hill's going to have a chance to win it at the horn. Yeah! He does it! Hill bangs in the three, and the Hawks win it 60-59.